The theater world is one made of masks. Physical, emotional, metaphorical. And Dungeons and Dragons has always shared this theme to an even greater extent, where players become and take on the mask of a character who themselves may also wear a mask. 6 players find themselves dragged into the world of Acera, a place where might meets magic and lore can become reality. Join Andrew Wilmore, Will Acton, Anthony Anderson, Jack Reuther, Nathan Dennison, David Nika, and the Dungeon Master Wes Bridges as they traverse this world. Welcome to Adventures Till the Curtain Calls.
I would love that. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Welcome back to another game of Adventures Till the Curtain Calls. And so, disclaimer, because of the new rules that have come out from Wizards of the Coast, we have switched over our characters to match as such. So still the same personalities, same trauma, because it's D&D. Just a little bit of different flavor, more damage. So fights may be easier or CR may triple. You never know. So things happen, but we're going to be starting from there. So picking up last time.
It was kind of a big pickup point, I would say.
It is. So
yeah,
you guys had initially arrived at El Hacera. You were going to join with the Archpriest and have an audience with the High King. He actually, Archpriest gave you some cash to go spend and get us some new duds and everything, which y'all did. Ren did a little bit of modification to her dress, but more or less kept her pre-existing dress that she had on hand. And, you know, it's 20 whatever in that fantasy world. Actually, it's like, I think the 1300s. But anyway, so you guys... had a small little meeting with the High King, came back later for this gala, met a lot of people from across the entirety of the world of Acera. 7 had an encounter with a Dragonborn. Realistically, the Dragonborn more had an encounter with 7, being kind of starstruck.
Didn't you put on a really good performance too, though?
Oh, yeah.
I nailed it.
One-man show.
That was my swan song.
He's not a barbarian. He's a bardbarian is what he is.
100%.
But which I would love to play one day, where the literal the axe that he uses is a guitar axe. But yeah,
nice.
So you guys were running around hearing, you know, just kind of the rumors that tend to happen when you're in a metropolis like Gala. When shit hits the fan, for the people that remained within the gala, while half of our party actually had followed someone out, found our friend Garrick, but Garrick Brylar, who had skipped town in Volkstad. But going back to the gala, some Eyes in the Darkness had started. I shouldn't say some, a crap ton, a buttload, a clown car's worth of Eyes in the Dark started portaling in, and I did imagine it in my head, kind of like you see the portal from Rick and Morty, only it was like more purple. That was the headcanon, so now it's everyone's headcanon.
Now it's real.
Now it's all real, where out of some of those portals comes the Axe, who is the twin of the current Praetor Kadal, and Imro Tusk, the gnoll that you saw snap the little dwarven woman's neck. He's the one that you guys assumed had something to do with the Grand Rose's death. And yeah, it hit the fan. Guards were being killed, Eyes in the Darkness being killed, civilians being killed. It was a literal shit show. And you guys had actually done a really good job at restraining the axe when Varden Harkanis, the archpriest.
I did single-handedly.
You did. You really did. Just let him have it. Just let him have it, Tony. No, I'm just kidding.
It was me.
I'm the problem. It's him. So when the archpriest went up to the High King, severed his hand, looked back across the party more or less at each of you guys saying I'm sorry before bamfing out. Which of course, anytime an army's leader is wounded, they double their efforts or crumple completely. These guys did the former, and the Praetor literally shoved his glaive through his brother, the axe. And you guys finished off Imro Tusk. And it's kind of at that point that we're going to pick up almost immediately right there. So there are still kind of sounds of screams and death and armor and steel that are now kind of filling this once joyously grand throne room as the King's guards are kind of finishing off any of the living cultists. They try to keep some alive, but I mean, if some are still putting up a fight. These portals seem to be dying out one by one until there's none remaining. But at one point near kind of the end of this, you do see coming in haggard, bloody, but kind of maintaining their upright statures, I guess, 5 humanoid beings. They each donning a sort of a deep green and silver fabric. And the guards split instantly for them, allowing them to get to the High King, because the High King was originally in this kind of phalanx-like circle. They split, let these guys in before they close back up. Before they all kind of move as a single unit to what looked like an adjacent room, and they escort him, the High King, through it. His wife and children are also with him because it was a gala. His wife, the Queen, is screaming, understandably so.
Yeah.
The son is crying before they are escorted out. So at this moment in the room currently, there are the majority of guards. There are you guys, there are the cultists being finished off. We'll say they were able to take like 1 or 2 alive. There are the bodies, Imro Tusk and the axe. And Praetor Kadal is remaining inside of that throne room, kind of overseeing things. Valentina, the archpriest's number 2, more or less. Now that you've kind of locked onto her, seen her, is just for an orc, just gone white. Her green complexion going to almost like a faded forest green, like a shirt that's been washed way too many times. With whites, and it colors it up. But just seems to be just dumbfounded by what has occurred, as many other people are. Some of the guests that were still in there, including the emissary from the Republic of Reese, our Dragonborn friend, who actually took part in the fight, if not to see 7 themselves participate. Some of the guests that do remain, they are speaking with guards. Some of them leave. There are definitely others. You hear the main doors close as there are gawkers trying to see, what happened, who is hurt. There's also guests that had left trying to get back in to see if it was someone of their contingent that was hurt. But at this point, Ilhasera is going into full 100% lockdown. You thought Volkstad was bad. This is like, it's the equivalent of the White House being attacked and it getting, I mean, Olympus Has Fallen, that movie. This is essentially what's going down to. Everything is shutting down. Unbeknownst to you guys, the mountain passes, the multiple doors that actually like kind of slide in and out of the stonework of the mountain are closing. Again, unbeknownst to you, but this is kind of how it's going down. I will say, though, that through kind of the stained glass, you do see a massive now golden dome seem to, almost like Hogwarts, a Battle of Hogwarts kind of style thing, go over not just the palace, but almost seems to be going over the city itself. But I'm going to give you guys an opportunity before anything goes forward. Is there anything you guys want to do or anything real quick? Because things are going to be moving very quick in a moment.
Ren is immediately looking for Felix.
Okay.
Is Felix readily visible in the hall?
Yeah, because I was over by Tusk. Because
Yeah. So
part of like the putting him down, I was over there.
I was by.
Okay, so I'm like standing up because I was originally finishing up going over the Axe's body.
Yep.
And I am just looking for Felix, and after I do, I am just walking, I guess, semi in a straight line because it's like,
yeah, you guys are kind
Well,
of having to navigate
yeah.
through things. You guys are more or less
People
kind of
are running
broken into
around.
3 groups, more or less. The people by the Axe, people at Emerald Tusk, and kind of, I believe, Seven, you were kind of walking that line in between because you were actually in transition to go to Emerald Tusk.
Yeah, he was in the
before
mix.
he was killed. Yeah. So you're having to step over bodies around things. So yeah.
do you have magic that allows you to send a message over long distance?
No, I do not.
We need to tell the bookmaster now.
Shoot.
Because if Varden Harkonis is already in Volkstadt
Yeah,
or
that's
somewhere
bad.
else with
The hand.
the hand, whatever the fuck that thing does,
Yeah.
everything that we've done is for naught. So
We need to tell the praetor. We need to get at. Well, shit. We need to get out of here, or we need to send a message to him. Yeah.
So you guys are having
You
that
look at-
conversation. What?
O'Darren is just kind of in a stupor,
Sure.
and he's walking toward Imrotesk.
Okay.
And he's just
Which I'm going to say he's still kind of suspended by the tendrils that the Dragonborn emissary from the Republic of Reese had brought out.
It's like, what is happening? And you'll kind of hear him just kind of talking to himself, like, what just happened? What's going on? And as he gets to Imrotesk, he's just kind of going to reach out and he's going to be like, what did you do? Tell us what you did. And as he's kind of shaking him, you'll see that gold glitter that you guys have seen before kind of erupt from him. But that gold glitter is going to start to turn black.
Well, Imra Tusk is dead. I just want
Yeah.
to make sure. Okay, that we all know that. Yeah.
I was imagining one of those like shock scenes where it's
Oh,
like,
sure. Yeah. Okay.
As it kind of swirls
Yeah.
around him, you'll see Imrotusk's eyes open.
Speak what did.
No,
Ooh.
oh,
necromantic puppet.
Okay.
So he'll rise back up and he will.
I shoot him. No, I'm just, oh god, he's not dead.
Double tap. Double tap.
And I pulled out
So
my
yes.
gun.
So anyways,
3
I started blasting.
I keep that thing on me.
I should have shot him in the head. Dang it.
He'll rise back up and he's still damaged. He's still broken. And he's still stuck. He's still stuck at the ground. Like he can't move.
Mhm.
But when that happens, O'Darren will let go of him and back up and really confused, not sure what's going on. But Imrotesk is awake and just kind of standing there.
If that's going on without either of us or if none of us knowing, I'm going to immediately be like, hey, hold on one second. I'm just like, what's going on? Like walking gun drawn up to you, like with
And-
that.
You'll actually see O'Darren's hand shaking, and he's distraught. Like he's not sure what he just did.
Well, in there is a moment where this is happening, and like Imro Tusk just like Lizzo just a very subtle escaping rattle of breath.
For context, I'm drawn on O'Darren and the body thing.
Okay. We're
Yep.
gonna pause right there. Eldon or Seven, did either of you two have anything?
I was actually going to look for O'Darren and head towards him anyway to make sure he's okay because I
You're
know.
walking up to a
Yeah,
two
exactly.
corners of a Mexican.
We
one
could say
corner
a
of Mexican
heated
standoff.
moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not pointed at him, but I'm pointed at Tusk. But I'm yelling at O'Darren. And Rin's
So instead of
pointed
it
at
being a
both.
triangle, we're turning into a square.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you got,
Yeah.
Seven?
Well, I'm just-
Anything?
Do I see all that go down?
Yeah, because it's like
I'm gonna say, well, so from your point of view, you'll see backs turned. You'll see
I'm also
Ren pulling out the hand crossbows.
say the sparkles.
Actually, I don't have
Sparkles.
those.
Let's
I
say-
have my rapier drawn.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
rapier.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I apologize.
Plus,
I
I
apologize.
believe I'm still 14 feet tall. If I have not,
Well,
or I may have dropped that. I can't
you.
remember.
I'll say that
it-
whatever you're doing right now is gonna be the last thing. Then you're gonna shrink.
Okay.
You.
Okay. At that case, probably not knowing that really necromancy is much of a thing. I'm probably just like heat alive, and I probably like double my pace to try to get closer.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So, because you were about halfway, let's say that you get the rest of the way there.
Okay.
You do see Ren split between O'Darren and Emerald Tusk. You see Felix at Emerald Tusk. You see Alden like, huh?
Yeah,
And
basically, I was
O'Darren's
like, what?
like
probably
hands up,
have,
what's
like-
going on?
I probably have like my sword basically like at his throat.
At whose throat?
Emerald Tusk.
Emerald Tusk. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So that all happens.
Yes. And then
Kadal, and now the guards are seeing action. Emerald Tusk is moving.
Yeah.
They all circle around you, and it's not just Emerald Tusk. It is now they do know that you have come as a collective.
Mm-hmm.
It is you as a collective that are now circled by guards. Two of the five Grim Scarves are with Kadal, because the current Grim Scarves. But what are you doing, Kadal, with his glaive covered in the blood of his twin brother, just pointing at almost everybody,
So
kind of going back and forth.
as everyone surrounds us, O'Darren is going to go, stop, stop. And Imrotusk is going to stop.
He'll freeze just right there. Anything else?
And I think that's when it'll start to register with O'Darren that he's in control.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll slowly put his hands down, like realizing what's going on, what just happened. And he'll just kind of stand there for a minute, putting his hands down, just kind of looking at Imrotusk.
Ren, do you do anything when O'Darren does this? And Banner, David is not with us tonight, but Banner, I would say is with you guys, just like looking kind of confused. But Ren, anything in response to what O'Darren does? Since you have weapon drawn,
Just a second, a pregnant second, and then I just let out an exasperated sigh and sheath my rapier and just turn towards Kadal and say, "Can you send a message? Magically long distance, we have. If what I think is going on, we need to send something to Volkstadt right now."
He's about to kick off.
PDQ.
and we will. And the guards actually take each of you one by one
Oh man.
and apprehend you because you came with the high priest, which the archpriest
that makes
Valentina
sense.
is taken.
Yeah, that
Makes
His
sense.
other guards are taken because he had like two others with him. You are separately taken to individual cells. I need, you know what? I'll roll it. So I'm only going to do one interrogation, but I'm going to roll a d6, one for, and whoever it lands on. So I'm starting from my left. I got Andy, Tony, Nathan, Will, Jack, and then 6 will be Banner, and
Thank
it'll be
God.
a conversation you never hear
He's
about.
gonna roll a 4.
It is a 4, so it's 7. So 7.
They're not gonna get anything
Lovely.
from him. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
Do we just need to leave?
no. You guys can stay because you're essentially all being asked the same question, but I'm not going to go through this conversation 5 different times.
I almost feel bad for the person that's going to interview 7.
I could.
Yeah.
I really could, and then David could be back. No, I'm kidding.
Realistically, yeah, no. Felix is thinking that. Man, I feel bad for whoever's going to interview 7. This is going to be
Yeah.
great.
So you are all taken to your each a cell on your own, and then one by one you're taken to an interrogation room. I say interrogation room. It's kind of it's the equivalent to a kind of a modern one. There's just a very sturdy stone table in the middle of the room that seems to be part of
Nice.
the ground in and of itself because you don't want them to be able to flip anything.
Yeah.
When you are held there, Seven, there are some sort of manacles that are placed on you. And you're almost like magnetized to the table. So you like give me a strength check.
Okay. Actually, give me
I shouldn't say magnetized, but that's kind of the feeling it is.
A force is holding him.
Yeah.
19.
19. So it's one of those where like, when you got a super magnet and you're trying to pull it, you almost have to like scrape it across the surface before you get to the edge and it comes free. That's kind of what you're having to do. And there are no windows to this place. It doesn't even seem like there's a door until part of the stonework itself seems to like move to the side. Two of these individuals that were wearing the deep green and silver fabrics come in, as well as another figure who has on their like leather what kind of looks like two arrows in the form of almost forming like a I hate to say it like a cross or something like that, but like a lowercase t more or less. And he just sits in the corner while these green scarved individuals kind of take the lead. And they don't skip a beat. How long have you known the Archpriest?
It's been a few weeks, I believe.
What's a few weeks? 2, 3?
I'm bad with time. I think a little bit longer than that, maybe about a month or so.
Okay. Did you have any indication this was going to be happening?
I don't have indication of a lot of things happening.
We're starting to get that. Yeah. Second question in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh man.
I just discovered a donut the other day. Well, a while ago. This whole world is very new to me.
He like looks over at the tracer, the gentleman in the corner, and
Love it. I love it.
and he just kind of he nods like more or less like, give me a perception check actually
Okay.
real quick.
Literally,
Lie detector.
most of Felix's interrogation is like, please tell me. Just tell me. I want to hear what's going on in there. Please. For the life of me. He's
18.
He's my little metal boy.
You would have noticed that there is a zone of truth underneath you,
Okay, cool.
and like you can kind of see that like the guy in the corner is like looking down. Then look like that's what he's giving the nod to. Like he's more or less acting as the he's reading. Yeah, he's reading the lie detector results.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So why did he take the High King's hand? What was that for? What is going on?
That's a very good question.
That's why we asked it.
I see. If it were me, I would have gone for the head, but
Oh.
I had no intention to go after the High King. So I mean, I don't know. He likes.
So
hands.
did you have a motive to make it move against the king though?
I
If
did
not physically?
I did not.
I'm so glad you rolled 4. I'm so glad. In my head, I was like,
part of me is like, God.
that's why I was so sure of it. I was like, you're gonna roll 4. I know it.
Did you know of his affiliation with the Axe and Emerald Tusk?
No. I kind of just learned about the axe fairly recently.
And there's a moment when the other, not the one questioning you, but the other Grimscarf seems to like almost like look off into space before he whispers into his compatriot, which the already high level of alert is now peaked even more so. What do you know about the vault?
The vault.
Oh yeah, you don't even.
I believe I've heard there is one.
What do you know of it?
That's about it.
Who told you about it?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's
be
why
above
we asked
table.
it.
What?
That's why we asked it.
Yeah. That's a good question. I feel like it was maybe Felix said something about it the other day.
Yeah, that one. And like the one that like got the communique just kind of like mentally.
I gotta tie it over to you.
Yep. Who else is he conspiring with?
I would imagine the eyes of the dark.
Felix in the eyes of the dark.
I mean, the things that are at least very well correlated.
I'm gonna tear his suit the next time I see him.
You don't know anything about
I
this,
know
do
I
you?
don't know anything.
I'm talking to Seven.
Oh,
You
okay,
don't
okay. I thought you were telling me. I was like, I know I don't know anything.
Yeah.
But I know if somebody busts in the room, what are you doing with the eyes of the dark? I'll be like,
Yeah.
"Seven, I swear to God.
To be fair, I'm kind of just tagging along and just figuring out the world.
Both of them just look back at the guy in the corner. And he's just like, yeah, uh-huh.
Yes.
A mercenary, are you?
Checks out.
His mental training is off the charts.
Oh, this guy is good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to bamboo shoot his fingernails.
I imagine that's what it is. It's like 12 hard hours, and he's just enjoying talking to people, and they're just like, this guy won't crack.
It looks like we have to resort to pulling tooth.
Yeah.
Not teeth, tooth.
Please, I if you're pulling a tooth, this one makes things gold. I would like to keep it.
So you're fabricating.
It's just
The
How
money.
long have you been making gold, sir?
I'm not really making it. It's more transforming one type of metal to another.
We've shifted from Homeland Security to IRS.
Yeah.
he's literally ticking off all of it. It's just like, oh my
Yeah.
God.
How are you?
I was a lot better about 2 hours ago.
And I'm gonna look over at the guy that's like telling the.
Can you tell you the truth?
Because you're all under.
Yeah.
This is your interrogation now.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
This is like some Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
turned some
Yeah.
stuff on it, yeah.
Oh
I
That would be it.
I'm with you on that. This been kind of a rough day.
So
Oh my God.
I need you to roll me a d6 and tell me if it's odd or even.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, because for 7, he had a great night. He got to dance. People liked to talk to him. He didn't have to hide. He got to kill people.
I can't find
Sure.
my D6.
And then this, and then he gets to talk to people.
It is even.
He's back
Yeah,
in the room.
Will is perfectly fine, or 7 is fine. So Will, you seem to pop up in this moment. You've been watching everything, kind of like eating your mental popcorn, in your Barca chair, and don't know what a Barca chair is. I've always heard about it.
Opposite chair.
I guess so, but because of the sheer amount of stress, even though like 7 may not register fully that like maybe he doesn't know what stress fully is.
Deep.
Will does.
Mhm.
And Will realize you are being interrogated for assault. It's like somebody going after the president of the United States.
Mhm.
Like that's what you're quick. Don't give me that.
Wait a
look,
minute.
Jack.
Did you just Moon Knight?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my
It's
God.
kinda cool.
You just reversed Moon Knight.
We moved past
You
it.
piece of shit.
Every
You
day
reversed
I
Moon Knight.
wake up.
But yeah, so I'm gonna say that you're kind of in the driver's seat. Not that you're like becoming aware suddenly, but like you do more or less come to the forefront. And there, in this moment, that's when the one in the corner kind of like leans forward a little bit and becomes a little bit more attentive to what's going on. So we're gonna pick up with the question he last asked. Is so Eyes of the Darkness, like who else is Arcanus conspiring with anyone else? Will. That's I'm making sure you're responding as Will.
guards said that. I'm like,
Whoa,
oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like, oh, did this just take a change? Oh no.
I. Me above table. I'm trying to figure out how I want to go about this. So
Well, if you speak, it's truth.
that's true. So yes,
Yes.
zone of truth, man.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, yeah. No.
Total attitude.
Gotta-
I'm just-
Okay,
yeah.
I appreciate that we have. Okay, everyone here, I appreciate we have Midwest answers of yes, no, no, yes, and yes, no, yes.
Yep.
I need straight yeses or no.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Volkstad dialect. I just can't
yeah,
pick it
yeah.
up.
So yeah, it was those other guards, right? Like above table.
You don't know of Harkonnens conspiring with anyone. You didn't. I mean,
Yeah.
there were here and there suspicions, but there's no way he was really on your radar. To be completely honest.
Yeah.
We didn't have any leads.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
You were more 100% on the other two than you were.
Yeah. I imagine Arcanus would have to work with someone, but honestly, this is new to me, and I'm still trying to decipher that it wasn't on my radar. I'm trying to piece together.
So,
And like
having-
my tone of voice had changed from
Yeah.
7 to this.
they've clocked that. The guy in the corner has now clocked that, and they're like, okay. And you see, like, almost the tone kind of change to a more gentler one.
Mm.
So, you and your friends, you have any connection to this at all, or were you just happen to be bystanders here?
We were not connected to the assault on the High King.
Were you connected to anything else? If Harkonnens is connected to the Eyes in the Dark, as apparently this Felix character is.
I
Is there-
don't know that Felix is connected to the Eyes in the Dark. He just was aware of their existence.
Okay. All right, and like they're checking. Yep, you're welcome.
Thank you, Wes.
You're welcome. I'm trying to say bamboo shoots.
By the end of it, I'd be in prison.
Felix's dad is gonna wake up with no children.
Nothing.
But they look over the guy in the corner and he's nodding. Like they're all clocking. Like something weird is going on here. They just think you're kind of weird.
We had been really trying to investigate the Eyes of the Dark and also the hand. Yeah.
Well, recently was the Grand Rose stuff,
Yeah.
but that was
Yeah.
tied with Eyes of the Dark.
Yeah. This all started with the Grand Rose's death, and we were trying to investigate what happened.
Of which you guys were there for the assault.
We were not necessarily there for the assault. We were in Volkstad soon after it happened, if I remember right.
Yeah, we were out of town.
So the reports of you guys coming in the fray and participating in the assaults on the Grand Rose.
Oh yeah, the first fight, like when we saved her, but not the assassination.
Yes. Okay. We had saved her from her initial assault. She was assassinated when we were out of town.
And he like looks over and like, yeah.
I really need to keep notes. Like I'm trying to remember a year's worth of sessions.
Yeah.
It's
Too
like
bad
the
it wasn't the
separated-
note taker that was
Yeah,
like,
I
It's
was like,
not
it's
a
like-
note
it's
taker.
like
the
That's
separated.
why I'm just like looking
I think
over,
it
like,
would-
yeah.
I think it would have been worse if that was the case, because then you'd keep looking to a Darren for answers,
Yeah.
like a handler or something. So it's probably for the best that we were all separated.
Yeah.
We're gonna say that
My lawyer.
Yeah.
it's probably a 2-3 hour, like, I know I only asked a few, but probably a 2-3 hour like diving into every possible thing. But I mean, realistically, you guys are not involved. And unless somebody's gonna give a screwy answer, I'm not going. Which, does anyone intend on giving screwy answers under a zone of truth?
No.
Thank you. Ren.
No.
Ren.
Can I just sort of add, like, when the thing had done and like they're just like, all right, you're good to go, can I like just like break my manacles and just
Superman
I
style.
think
Stand up
19
and
got
walk.
you off the table, but it's not going to get you to break them.
Okay.
You're not. Yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to walk through the window and be like, I'm going to talk to the general. No,
Yeah.
it's not. No, it's
It
not.
was more almost gonna be like, wasn't it like one of the Superman movies where basically
Yeah.
you just like
the first one. Yeah, Man of
He was,
Steel.
Yeah,
he was
I
looking
thought- I couldn't remember
through
if it
the
was Man of
one-way
Steel or-
mirror, and
Yeah,
yeah.
because Lois, or not Lois, the general was behind the glass, but only people that really love Henry Cavill know that. But
Calvarine
Right.
now.
the Calvary,
The
Jump
Yeah.
ship. That's all that
yeah,
matters.
it's just sort of like just stand up and
you
like
got screwed over.
almost
Anyway.
almost as like a proof of like
You know what you did.
I mean 7 probably isn't doing it more as like an intimidation
Sure.
factor, but like
Well,
I
I'm going to
feel
say
like
that
I
you
would.
even attempted like, ugh, Yeah.
Yeah.
And like before they kind of undo the cuffs
bless his
and they
heart.
just kind of to the
Yeah.
table. So they'll send you back, and it's again sometime. So that's about 2-3 hours, and that's about approximately for each of you. Not necessarily getting the same two guys, a variation of them. Two guys interrogating, and then a guy in a corner, kind of checking things out. So I mean, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, up to 15 or 16 hours of interrogations, and then on top of that, so we're almost now over at 24 hours since the event. You guys are finally brought out to the I want to say throne room, but I'm going to say the grand hall, which has been scrubbed meticulously clean. The pools of blood, the piles of bodies that were here less than 24 hours ago, now doesn't even seem like there's a trace of them, aside from the seems almost now tripled guard around the room. The before there was just a single, or there was a guard on either side of the Emerald Throne, and now they seem to be lining its entire perimeter. So around the perimeter room, there's guards, but now directly around the king himself is a perimeter of guards. Praetor Kadal standing to his left. But along with the Grimscarves that were there, you see two other smaller groups in audience. One of them, each of you has seen a different person of that group, but the kind of studded armor or a different sort of leather armor with these kind of crossed arrows. And then across the hall on the other side, kind of in juxtaposition, gleaming bright with like hinges of green, like plate armor, scale armor, and on their chests is a like giant emerald sword going from like nape of the neck down to their navel. And then the Grimscarves there as well, kind of split up, flanking the outside of the guards there. You see that the High King, has a look that some of your guys' characters are unfortunately too familiar with, a look of betrayal, but he also exudes a subdued rage when he speaks, a bandage on where his right hand once had been. First, Harkannus dares to assault me. Then he breaks his oath and violated the sanctity of the vault, killed more faith leaders. This will not go unpunished. Harkannus is to be found, brought before me dead or alive. You, and he points to your group, like, have been found innocent of Harkannus' machinations, but I require something of you. You are the few who have as much knowledge as many of these higher-ups within Egranesia, and I can't afford to trust anyone outside of this room right now. I would like it. I'm not commanding. I would strongly encourage you to help us hunt down Harkannus. I'll give you anything that you can ask that I am within my ability to give. He must not be allowed to continue with whatever he has planned. You would have the full backing of the throne.
That's easy. I was going to kill him anyway.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Eldon has
You
a,
had us at full backing,
yeah,
or me at least.
does not trust back severs.
You had me kind of at the angry tone of voice. I was kind of gonna.
Yeah, I was a little shocked at first,
Like,
but I know you're
You
angry.
were terrifying, and I appreciated and was terrified of that.
You as well. Yes.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He almost kind of like
Yeah, no, man.
tries to
Hey,
compose himself a bit. Like there's even like these hardened guys like shake
Yeah,
a little
no,
bit with the thunder of like
I can
of
get
the High
that,
King
Yeah,
going
yeah,
off.
Yeah.
Just like observation wise, does he have like prosthetic hands now or something? Or
yeah, in this world of magic and
That'd be
whimsy,
cool.
you think like
So-
they'd be fitting him for like a.
It does. So I say bandaged. It's not bloodied or anything. It looks like
Yeah.
whatever it was healed over. But as some of you do know, like I'm gonna say, some of your characters do know,
The tattoo.
there is magic that actually rejuvenates body parts. So
Okay.
it's not one where like he's constantly looking at it like it's gone forever. It's more like he's still making the motions and movements. This is
a little baby hand.
yeah,
yeah.
Deadpool,
I didn't
Deadpool
want to do
style.
that.
Yeah.
I know.
Because how do you
Beat you.
describe? It's my strong hand.
I don't
Yeah.
think I could take the yelling seriously if I have a little baby hand just
Exactly.
going off on doing hand
You
gestures.
over there.
Yeah.
How much of his arm was cut? Was it like just like
We're talking right below the wrist.
Yeah, because that's
Okay.
where the mark was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because they clearly wanted the
Yeah.
mark, and so
I
that's
didn't know
why
if
they
we had to
locked
like
it off.
work on like elbow situation or like.
Nah, he's probably got he's got like sweet forearm going on. Yeah.
Can he wear a watch anymore?
Well, he's going
He's
to
got another arm.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
he's baby arm. Remember? So he's gonna get it
but
back.
Like, if he were to wear a watch, would it fall off?
If watches existed,
Watches exist.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
well, they do.
Would you
Yeah.
say that a
As-
short rest has happened?
Do you think
No.
we
It
rested?
was under duress. No,
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think we
No.
rested in that?
no,
I did.
no.
I was fine.
And I'm almost going to say that in very kind of military boot camp style, they would not allow
Yeah.
you to do such.
yeah,
There'd
they
be
would.
water splashing.
Ugh.
There'd be slop splashing, to be honest, like food thrown at you. If you even got food, some of you didn't get food.
Man.
Thrown at you through the bars like sideways, so it just kind of fell onto the ground before. So yeah, no short rest
Fantasy
whatsoever.
Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Have we heard of anything happening in Volkstad since the attack?
Kadal, speak with them.
Oh man.
And so Kadal will motion for you guys to follow him, and he kind of starts walking a little bit towards the room adjacent that they had taken the High King last night. The Grim Scarves will flank behind you. The other two groups will stay, and as you're kind of, I guess I should ask, do you guys go with Kadal?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah, I
all
mean-
courther to the king.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's either that or you go back. in
Well, I'm
jail.
just saying, I don't want to get yelled at again. for-
Yeah.
Sorry, we're innocent.
Well, it wasn't so much. It was one of those like, your kids have done something wrong, or something else has happened. You're not mad at your kids, but it comes out at your kids or something like
Yeah.
that. And you just like you have pushed a nerve that somebody else has pushed. But so as you do that, the Grim Scarves do come up kind of behind you, and you do hear like, Tracers, you will find whatever you can. I don't care what you need. You will get it, and you will find him. Give them whatever information that you have. And you just hear, yes, sir. Thank you, Your Highness. And steps walking out. I'll say that whoever is walking through with Kadal last, you see the group of leather-studded persons leave. But you guys cross into this room, and it's filled with maps, scrolls, books. Oh, Darren, we know how you like paper.
Oh, Darren is exhausted, but also excited.
There's potions, weaponry. This room is to be like a sanctuary to perfecting not only the body but also the mind. The Praetor's private quarters. So the archpriest was able to get into the vault after he left here. We had found that one of the hands of Imro Tusk and one of the hands of my brother were false. And it was found some of the bodies of faith leaders outside of the vault, some just injured, some of them dead. Seems like Harkanis had arranged this beforehand, this meeting, under the premise that we would be there, for we have found a missive written by Harkanis. The king had requested their presence, and those that did not go along or were ended or were taken out of commission. But it was enough of them that they were able to open the vault.
Is the bookmaster still alive?
He's heavily wounded. He should make it through. The Lord Marshal was not in attendance that evening. Watchmaster J. Emberborn was.
Oh.
She also survived.
Okay, cool.
To more a wound to her pride than her body.
She's probably pissed.
Yeah. Just probably
Suffices to say, her rage is one of those that would, in my opinion, equal that of the High King.
What was in the vault?
Yes, that's my next question. Why? is
Sorry,
it-
are we allowed to know? That's because I know every other time.
You are under no such binding.
So at this point, the cat's
I
out
am
of the
under no
bag.
such binding. But I must stress that the information I tell you will not leave you six.
Oh yeah.
Banner.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I forgot.
It was the home of the Dawn Diadem. It is a tool. Its neither malevolent or benevolent in its nature. It is simply an object.
Can you say that one more time?
The Dawn Diadem. Where and like he'll pull like a book off a shelf, and there are some that like you can see are old, tattered, like the spine it has been opened so many times the spine has been broken rebound through many of these books. None of them are labeled on the spine either. It just seems to be
terrible.
that like, well, it's almost like chronologically speaking, the older books are at the top and you see newer ones near the bottom. And about, we'll say 3/4 of the way up in this massive kind of bookshelf, we'll say it's about 8 foot tall, about 6 foot wide bookcase. He grabs one about 3/4 of the way up. He starts opening it. So it is connected to 2 items, the Growolfka and the Denethylenen. It is, the diadem itself is a tool in order to search for these. These were artifacts created before the world broke, but we don't necessarily know their age. The only object that I have ever laid eyes on is the diadem. There are organizations, peoples involved with keeping the other 2 items safe out of almost anyone's hands for their power in and of itself. Again, they are tools, but they lead to a lot of knowledge. We believe that Harkanis is searching for one of these 2 items, since he now has the diadem.
Do you know which one?
We do not.
Who was Varden Harkonnen before becoming the archpriest?
He was a paladin. And he had a family, of which he had lost. There was some time where he had divorced himself from the church in order to grieve. He came back seeming with more fervor, with more zealousness. Zealousness? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's a word. Hey.
Yeah.
It is now.
Zealonry doesn't sound right. But more
sounds-
zeal. With more
Wow.
zeal.
Zealousness work is a word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you
Wow.
go. Hey, so you were right the first time.
Hey.
Got it.
With more zealousness, more zeal. And over time, he worked his way up through the hierarchy of the church, where he was named the archpriest of his order, and then they made him more or less the leader of Volkstad. And you see, I'm going to say that you see in Kadal, like he's just internal machinations. He knows he did the right thing. He had to kill his brother. He had to protect his king,
Oh yeah.
but he had to kill his brother.
Yes, that's sucks.
And he failed his king.
Odin
So-
is going to sit down on the floor with his spell book while all of this is going on.
Did we already get our gear back?
No.
Yes, you
No.
I'll say I would remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
Then I'll be like, where's my spell book?
Do you think that's a good
Why
idea?
don't you
right
give
now,
it a
champ?
little bit of time before we will get to your guys' things once you are leaving
I
the
wanna talk to
palace.
Varden.
You can talk to Varden
Potentially, if I have my spell book.
because he refuses
And
to
you'll
answer
see
me.
that Odarin is just tired. He's just like,
All of you are tired. He looks like he's gotten as much sleeplessness not as you guys, self-imposed. So
I think maybe what Odarin's trying to get at is be a double agent. I don't know if that would work. I think we need time, like what Kadal is saying. I'm not sure if this is even connected at this point, but what was Garrick transporting before in the box that was in the Puzzled Huntress?
I'm told it was one of the items, but I'm not allowed to know which one.
Oh, okay.
He is involved with one of the groups that are charged with protecting it.
He was here well, yeah, never mind. You know. He was here last night.
Yes, he was.
And
He was supposed to be leaving, and then all this
You
He
happened.
did not do a
two
good job of it.
have matching tattoos of chains. What does that mean?
You get a stern look. We are the keepers in chains. Man, sorry, I got to think about how he's going to respond to this real quick. No, he's not bound by a curse or anything.
Well, I was gonna say, especially he flat out openly told us about this vault, and then all of a sudden, whoa, let's pump the brakes here. Whoa,
Well, it's one thing about to know a location. It's another thing about it's.
I know. You
I
get
can pump whatever brakes I want.
clearly.
I'm God.
No, I'm saying from Felix's point of view, he
Yeah,
was
yeah,
really
yeah,
quick
yeah.
to let out this. Oh well, if somebody normally talked about this, they die. He just shot it out. But whoa, he has to think about it when it comes to this thing.
The reason I pause is Garrick was transporting the Denethalenin. Hold on, let me double check. Yep, the Denethalenin.
Research.
The Denethalenin.
I feel like we've heard this name before.
You've heard the name Denethalenin.
I feel like I have. What was the other item called?
The Growovka.
No keeper. Anything way back.
No.
I say no. I don't.
I don't know that. Okay, above
Yeah, above.
Oh, I
table.
know you know.
Oh, okay.
I know you know.
you guys
Oh, you piece of shit.
may not have heard about it.
Okay.
I may know, but I'm not gonna even hint it.
I've
The
heard
fact
the
that I
name,
know
but I haven't
everything.
heard. I don't know what it does. But like the.
But he asks, you've heard of the Denethalenin, and he does scan the group. Are you trying to conceal?
Oh, I'm just sitting on the floor, like
Okay.
looking exhausted.
All right.
I'm not openly.
Sure.
like,
That's fair.
You're not interacting in this.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, it's also understandable that you may space out from time to time. It's fine.
Yeah.
So you may have or may not. What?
I just heard the word. I don't know anything else other than that. It sounded familiar, and that's all I know.
Can you please give me the context of which you heard this word? I'm sorry, but this is important.
I feel like I heard it years ago, almost, or months ago. I don't know.
Why did Garrick Braylor have one of these chosen artifacts that you have
In the
this
same
dawn?
town as the vault. That seems.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
one of the ways of maintaining its safety is if there's no known set location.
Yeah. Constant moving. Yeah, that makes sense.
Typically, whoever carries gives to the next person. The prior carrier's mind is wiped.
Oh.
Okay.
So they don't know what they were holding or who they took it to.
It's pretty smart.
I hate to put it like this, and I didn't take it from that, but almost think Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
That was not. I had this written before that game come out.
You're good. You're
Just
good,
saying.
you're good.
But we do make sure that way. The only person who knows what they have is the person who has it on them
Hold
at
on
that
to it.
time. He had made his handoff. I know not where it is. I know not who has it.
Well, we do know.
Oh, so he doesn't have it anymore. Okay.
Yes, he made his handoff.
Yeah, that was in Volkstad, remember?
Okay, that's right.
But the faith leaders generally knew that these three artifacts exist.
They know of the sun diadem. They know nothing more beyond that.
So why? I guess we're. How does Harkonish know that the diadem is used to locate these other two things then? And how does
he points
even?
at his bookshelf, and there's a book missing.
Oh.
These are written by all the praetors before me, from the very first to myself. And there's a newer book at the bottom, and there's one missing. I can only assume, and it's about the same time frame, shortly after the one that he picked out. I can only assume that he got a hold of this, or that whatever he has, because although I am very quite versed in nearly every single one of these books, many of them there's periods of nothingness. I say nothingness, not anything of note.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense.
Bit of dry reading, unfortunately. I can only assume that he was able to learn what he needed to, maybe not in its entirety, because we don't know the full scope or capabilities of the Deneth and Lennon or the Growovka. But we do know that they are much, much, much older than before the Ash Wars. They radiate, well, at least the Sun Diadem radiates divine magic. We can only assume about the other two, because not all the Praetors are keepers in chains.
Yeah. I mean, other than the vault itself, didn't you guys have any other contingencies or ways to track it in the event that it would get stolen, or is it just kind of all eggs in this basket, so to speak?
So the reason for having so many people necessary for opening the vault, in addition to the High King, is that the purpose for which the vault would need to be opened would have to be astronomical in nature.
So all eggs in one basket kind of thing. Okay.
Fortunately, yes.
Yeah. No, it makes sense. Well, I mean, if it gives off that magic, I mean, that'd be a way to track it, but other than that, because that'd be our first kind of go-to, other than going back to Volkstad and trying to find out who Garrick passed it off to, because you guys tracked him down. Remember? Yeah, no, I know.
Darren is literally.
I know. I'm keeping you in this.
Banner at this point would speak up, be like, "Yes, he went to the Lord Marshal." I can't do a very good.
No,
Banner,
you're good.
sorry.
Yeah, because he ran past behind him.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was,
It was
all right.
good. It was good.
It was decent.
It was good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah,
It
'cause I
wasn't
never-
shit.
I
If I
never
close
know
my
what
eyes,
it
I'd
is.
be like, wait a minute.
Close my eyes.
But yeah, so I mean, like that'd be something other than trying to. Well, yeah, it's always a start. Other than trying to see if we can scan for a big spike in that energy, but obviously he probably have a way to either mask it or something on those lines.
I have a crazy idea.
I don't like your crazy ideas lately.
I do.
Oh, Darren will look up. Where's Imrotusk's body?
Oh.
They are currently being held
Is it still moving around?
until you have a short or a long rest. That is a reanimated zombie.
Oh,
you
gross.
can't sleep till you talk to him.
Oh, dope.
You technically have command over him, but they do have the body. Currently, we do have them strained in the case of Imro Tusk with whatever dark magics you choose to use.
Where is he? Where is he?
Can you adjust your tone when speaking to me?
Sorry, tired.
Understandable. Sounds more like commands, though.
He does that a lot.
If we have maps,
I can give you a copy of any mask you require, and he just kind of makes motions behind him. But
Are you gonna ask him to like, point on
Imrotusk
a map or
was
whatever?
involved
he
in
and
all of this.
the Axe's body are currently being held in suspended animation underneath the underground of the throne.
I think, and this is new to me, so I think I might be able to tell Imrotusk what to do. And
As I look at your ability,
Everyone collective. I would say I'm gonna collectively just lean over and look at him while he's explaining this.
maybe he can point some things out on a map.
it does obey your mental commands. Just letting you know.
Or say something or something.
I'm giving
So I know above table it's a zombie, he can't talk. But I don't know that O'Darren would know that. So this is new.
I said, well, never seen him do that.
You best believe I'm looking up zombies, right? Because realistically, he didn't. My thing is, do I approach it from a D&D standard where probably they can't talk? Or do I come at it from a physiological standpoint? His vocal cords were not damaged.
It's a fresh body.
Yeah. So what I'm going to say is we will provide you supervised access to the bodies.
It's a good call.
And
And then
you
you
best
can
believe that some of our best mages will be there.
You best believe.
You best believe.
I like
best
I
magic.
love that. I love that.
You best believe.
You best believe.
I like magic a lot.
So I understand you are tired, but this will be the last request I will grant before I send you on your way with whatever you may need at this time.
While they're doing that, can I make a list of what I need?
Yes.
Quick side table. Have you ever seen the movie Tremors 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. That's all I needed to know. Cool. You do your stuff.
You do you. We're gonna catch ourselves a sandworm.
Yeah.
I'll look at Felix and go.
It's gonna turn into
Spells.
Dune.
Yeah.
Spells.
No,
Okay.
Felix.
I have two questions. One of them more
look at
important than
you
the
and
other.
go,
I know.
Who's talking right now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's.
It's probably Will has the first question. 7 has the second
Okay, that's
one.
Oh no.
Ask some questions.
Okay. So I'm probably first just like, what was that form of magic that they used to portal in? How did they manage to do that?
Or do we even know?
At the time of it happening, we weren't necessarily analyzing what they were using as opposed to what the effect of the magic was. So
I mean, at least at the time, they had to have somebody channel it.
yes,
'Cause that's we had to stop them to stop
Yes.
the portal. So whatever it was.
but yeah. So beyond that, I mean, if you're asking me what kind of school it was, I can't tell you.
I was more wondering if there's a way for us to track them through
I gotcha.
almost like traces of magic
Thing.
still in the area.
There was no sense of divination magic other than what was being used by
Well,
Varden when he left.
yeah, and I thought this place also had barriers to stop that.
They're supposed to be.
Oh, cool. Okay.
That's what the Grimscarves were keeping an eye on, was maintaining our security, and they were indisposed right before the
And you said
hall
that-
was attacked.
You said they're in here right now, right?
Yeah, and they have wounded pride looks,
Oh.
anger, rage. They were hit before the hall was hit.
Okay, because I was about to say, I was like, I mean, we've already talked before yesterday or before the party when we were all talking about how we knew that there was trust issues internally. That's been reviewed.
Yes, they
Okay.
are cleared as well as
Okay.
the Emerald Blades and the Tracers. They are
'Cause
fine.
anybody can look to feel bad.
Okay.
I like look. No offense, but especially if somebody's just being mentally
when like
dominated.
sucks their teeth at you, just
It was probably
Let's all do back.
Varden that did that. Man.
Okay.
My second question now. So like you have this stack of books, oldest at the top, newest at the bottom. What happens when you run out of room? Do you just have to like
Oh,
move
man.
everything up a level, or
They build another bookshelf, bud.
well, but
he waves
where?
his hand, and it's almost like the shelves. They almost swipe left and right.
Oh,
Cool.
Oh.
They-
That's
So as you see, he swipes right, and the books get older at the top, even older.
that makes sense. Okay, I just thought that would be sort of a
Rows and rows of books. Oh, Darren,
You'll see
so many
O'Darren
books.
reach for his notebook and realize that it's not there.
Sounds like an addict.
Note taker can't take notes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
I
really
want my notebook.
That's really the best way to interrogate him is just sit down and just start lore dumping, but not let him have a book, or have a
Let me
blank,
tell you how the
Yeah.
first High King really came about.
have a blank book, but when he opens it, there's no pen.
uh
Oh my
Cruel and
God.
unusual
He writes
punishment.
their
Yeah,
note.
hey,
They're
yeah.
gonna
No,
be the guy in a library that is all to himself. He
At
can read
least I
everything,
have
but his
my
glasses
books.
break.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had time.
All of a sudden, you'll see him prick himself and start writing with blood.
You would. Never mind. Yeah, so no
Use a
book.
pin.
That's
to try
weird.
to throw
I don't
blood.
know.
No,
Very
there's
weird.
there's
In
the
my
real
mind, I'm
trick.
almost thinking of like that 70s show when they like reveal like what Fez's real name is, but like there's just a lot of noise, so nobody actually
yeah.
hears
Mhm.
it.
Which is foreign exchange student.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
that's what it's short for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but his real name
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
Static.
Static.
Yeah.
So
Did we hear anything about the usage of the poison? I'm not sure if we talked about the poison with you. It's
we've been apprised of everything that you informed the archpriest. Which, that being said, we probably need to compare some notes, just because we don't know what he did or did not tell us. But to skip over that, we're going to say you go through it, and for generally, Harkanis was on an even keel. Because, I mean, if there's too big of gaps,
Yeah,
you get questioned.
for sure.
Mhm.
So, but
It's not like
Um,
there wouldn't be any like I don't know about you guys. We'd be very forthcoming.
Sure.
In terms of trying to share stuff, because like especially now after being interrogated and all that stuff, like I just want to get out of here.
yeah, but there's been no instances of the poison being used here in Ilhasera.
but nothing either at Volkstad when the vault was raided. It was just
Yeah, I think that's
now that
what-
we've been able to ascertain, I mean, in terms of the faith leaders, it seems like it was Harkanis who did the dealing of blows, but no traces of the poison in anyone's bodies. To be completely honest, it almost seemed as if, I don't want to say that he was holding back, but it seems like compared to what I know he is able to do, he wasn't doing it at his fullest potential.
fun.
That's frightening.
All right, so what? We load up, let him talk to Bones,
No bones.
and then what? I mean, first thing is we should probably go back to Volkstad. We need to check on everybody,
Yeah.
and that would be the best point of action to go from there, unless you got any other idea.
unless we have a way to track. I think the Lord Marshal is the first person we ask questions of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we gonna get any? Well, I mean, we can do that later when we can get his get O'Darren stuff knocked out.
Yeah, let's take care of this undead thing.
Abomination.
Yes, this abomination. Let's deal with that first. And you will be escorted with the Grimscarves, and like it, as hurt as they are, it almost seems to like steal their convictions. Like their hands are on hilts, or like there's a hand inside of a cloak or something like that. They're not. Sorry, my wife just sent me a text saying your son just walked up to me and said, "I'm King Kong. I killed Chewie."
Wow.
That's my kid.
Nice.
That's right.
But yeah, you guys are escorted, not to break the tension, escorted down into the bowels of the palace of the Everthrone. And there's you were going deep down underground, sconces. There is no form of any outwardly light coming into this place, the deepest and darkest, until you do come to, we'll say you were taken to this chamber. And I say suspended animation, just as literally more or less they are kind of like rotisserie chickening, like floating over the ground, like under
Like a hot dog
a
roller.
light. Yeah. yeah. So, but there are guards, one in each corner of the room. Yeah. So that's what you see. We'll say that and they are in separate rooms. You'll go to Imbro Tusk.
Did everyone come with me, or is it just me and the guards?
If we all have to, yes, but if not, I do not want to go down there.
Oh, I want
I'm gonna say they're
I
just
want to
large
do
enough rooms that you guys would be able to go in there, but they're letting you guys go all in, along with the Praetor. There are the 4 guards in there, and the Grimscarves are going to sit right at the opening of the door because it is the only way in or out. So they're not concerned about what you're doing in there because you can't get out that way.
Okay. Before we do any of this, let me just see how this works. Look at me.
You see Imrotusk's head spin up to look at you, but again, he's rotating. So he is following you. He's tracking you as he's spinning around.
Real question: does his neck snap?
Yes.
Gross.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, that's like cool.
Gross, but cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you let him down?
Or to stop him
I don't
from
think he's
rotating.
gonna
Stop
do
him from
anything.
rotating.
Yeah, I mean,
They they stop him from rotisserie chickening. So they kind of elevate him so he's more standing upright.
slows down.
It's gonna get really brown on
Yeah.
one side.
Skin's gonna
That's what the
split.
bun is hiding.
Oh.
Gross.
All right.
Hot dog is the worst.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, zombie, gas station hot dog, same
Yeah.
thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Can you talk? What's your name?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think that's his name.
I don't think he can talk. Can we get some maps?
And Praetor's like of where? I can give you a map.
We'll start with Voltstad.
Okay, full stop. And one of the Grimscars kind of says something to a guard up in the hallway, and it takes honestly about 10 minutes between that message going
Oh,
up to
man.
somebody to go get it.
Should have
go to
told him
the
to
room.
grab a bunch of maps,
Well-
not just one map. We're gonna be here all
You said
day.
let's
knowing-
start with Volkstad,
yeah,
so that's
yeah,
what we did.
I know.
But we're gonna do the phone on a string thing here, or the cup on a string. But yeah, so he brings he gets a map of Volkstad out and kind of holds it out, and it's a sizable map.
maybe go get one of.
It's kind of like
Indonesia.
it's kind of like when you get like the road maps of the USA and like it
The atlas.
focuses on a state, you got to fold it out.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
kind of like where we're at size wise.
Okay.
Our young listeners would
That nobody has to use anymore.
Our young listeners would
Hey.
know nothing about it.
It's good to have.
Outdated.
If you could send someone to get a map of Indonesia, just a full map. While we start with this one. Okay. Where's the vault? And I'm going to hold up the map. Because
Points accurately where it is located underneath Raytaran's bastion.
so we wouldn't know where the vault was.
You would not.
Okay.
So how do we know that it's at?
Kadal nods in approval.
I am
Oh,
going to
Okay, cool. I was just like,
Yeah.
he could just be pointing at the map. We don't even know.
Ask him where the eyes in the dark are based at.
Where's the eyes in the dark space?
He points in Gowana. He points in Kenas. He points in Creva. He points in a lot of districts. And then once the map of Egrenesia comes out, he points at every major city.
That makes sense.
Ask where their like primary base is, like their central hub.
Would they even have one?
Oh,
Usually a place like that would just be like cells, but
Yeah, the splinter celled.
Mhm.
Just
Solid Snake.
Yeah.
Colonel.
liquid.
Do you ask him that?
I mean, you might as well. I mean, yeah, like while he's here.
even though we shot your idea down.
Do they have
she's
a,
alive.
yeah.
That's a dumb
They have
idea.
a main
Actually,
hub.
no, it's a good idea.
a central location?
He points in the middle of the bay.
Middle of the day.
Oh, the prison. That's nice.
Oh.
Dope.
Hmm.
See, it wasn't a bad question.
So when I was talking about how the prison is,
Right? I never had a conversation.
Above
I
the
don't remember
table,
that at all.
Do I know anything else?
You know a lot of things.
But
You're-
I mean
you're O'Darren.
specifically about that area.
No.
Okay.
No, there'd be no reason for you to.
Okay.
Can we have this map?
We could make you a copy.
yeah,
Okay.
let's photocopy that for later.
Well, I mean, of all the places in Volkstad that's been marked, like we don't need to obviously have the one of Ergonesia, but like
We could send you a fax simile.
it's not that simple.
You can screenshot a dice in a different dimension. How can you not screenshot a map?
Oh,
Maybe,
7,
maybe,
7.
maybe ask Tusk where Harkonnen would go after he got the diadem.
Or just ask where
Where
the archpriest is now, or where he would go. Yeah.
where was he going to go after he raided the vault?
No movement.
Ah, piece of shit.
Doesn't know.
Do they know the location of the other artifact?
I'm stretching with what a zombie may
Yeah.
be able to articulate.
That's true.
So I'm just letting you know, just because there's nothing that's I am able to see that says.
Where's his base at? Like his base of operations before when he was alive.
Varden or Tusk's?
Tusks.
Well, he was the faith leader
In
Still.
of
I don't know.
Chaos. Was it Chaos?
Yeah.
You could have a summer home.
Yeah, you could have somewhere else. But I was just meaning like, but yeah, no, that's fine. That makes sense.
You could have a lake house somewhere.
To mark off who's dead and who's alive.
Yeah, wow.
Dead.
Wes R.R.
Dead.
Martin.
Dead. Dead. No, I'm just kidding.
We just need to play
Just say what?
Wes.
the Reigns of
I did.
Castamere here.
Has Varden been involved the entire time?
He can. Can you nod yes or shake your head no? I was about to say.
I feel like there would be a nod of
Yeah,
yes.
because it says like yes no answers. If he can point specifically to a map, he can shake his head.
Well, his neck is broken now.
So wait, what was that question that you asked him?
Was Varden involved the entire time? The archpriest.
The entire time is a very vague question. Entire
Yeah, I'm
time of what? So you got a yes for the entire time.
Was it before or after the Grand Rose was killed?
Ooh,
Probably
was he
before.
involved in the Grand Rose's
I don't-
death.
I don't know that O'Darren wants to know that.
Okay, but we do.
We do.
I know. I'm having a hard time with that one.
Ask
Doll is just staring intently
'Cause
at
what
you and
if
him, just listening to everything.
The archpriest snapped when she was killed, and now he's on some sort of revenge montage.
Yeah.
he snapped because he knew.
Revenge montage on a beach.
Yeah.
Beach volleyball.
It's some desperate attempt because his family got killed and is probably blaming the
Yeah.
gods, and he's doing some power trip to either
That's
eliminate the
what I'm
gods.
thinking,
But
yes.
yeah, no, we know. It's like a
He's
yeah.
going full
It's like a
anti-god.
Han. It's like a Han situation.
This dude needs some therapy.
Was Varden
this
involved
7?
when the Grand Rose was killed?
It's starting to bleed over. I don't like it.
Shakes his head no. I'm going to say the last remnants of Imrar Tusk gives him after he answers that. Just because I wanted to put that in there.
I mean, in all fairness, it makes complete sense.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some neurons are still firing.
Just a twitch. Look what I can do.
Yeah.
Still word.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Mad TV, baby.
Yep.
Michael McDonald's goat.
Anything else that anyone wants to ask?
So how did you ask that question about?
Who-
Did you say?
Mm.
Go ahead.
Ask to shake its head yes or no. Up yes, side no. For if the Lord Marshal is involved as an Eyes in the Dark member.
Is the Lord Marshal a part of the Eyes in the Dark?
Shakes his
I
head
was
no.
gonna say if anybody in the higher ups was like me, like generalized, but then we'd have to like go through everybody. But
You named 21 different faith leaders.
I mean, that'd be the only
What
other
about
thing.
the Bookmaster?
Well, he got no.
Shakes
he got-
head no.
Yeah, you got to
Those
wow,
are
but
the two
that,
that we trust the
That don't
most.
mean
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the two that we trust the most.
I
Agreed.
mean,
Well, there's one more, but what
say
was
I-
her name?
Watchmaster J. Emberborn.
I would say I trust Dami Mommy
forgot her
over
name?
anyone else.
Dummy mommy.
I trust
No,
her over anyone
She
else.
already asked about.
You didn't ask about Emberborn.
Yeah, we did.
See, that's with the Lord Marshal.
Yeah.
Oh,
The Lord Marshal is the Brexon.
How dare you?
You're
Oh, that's
right.
right. You're right. Confused me too.
I know your character.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah,
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you. I feel seen.
there's a lot of lore running around it here. Okay.
Oh, Darren's very tired.
what about J. Emberborn?
Shakes head. No.
Good. Thank goodness.
There was one other.
What would you have done if he had said yes? Dummy, mommy betrayed you.
Is there anything else that anyone would like to know?
Yes, no, or points.
Do you know where either of the two artifacts are?
Ooh, that's
Shakes head. No.
Yeah, that's why they needed that item.
Did maybe ask it? Did the eyes in the dark you use the poison that makes people sleep? The poison.
I'm going to relay that question.
yes. Point to the map.
Man, isn't this so much better than Speak with Dead, essentially?
Yeah.
Point on the map where
Point
you
on the
got
map.
the poison.
I was gonna say, point on the map if like there's a central location for it. Like, is there a place where they get the poison from?
Is there a place where they get the poison?
Because we're gonna. Imro Tusk reaches out and like pulls the Volkstad one away, pulls the Egrenesia one away, and points at Batia.
Okay.
And that's south.
And then the Seinfeld music kicks in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Is Baysha to the south of?
To the west, it is on the continent to the west.
Is it in the blue outline?
It's on the western side of. No, sorry, it's on the most most eastern continent on the west side. So if you got the world map in your primer, Canaan's on the far west side of the planet.
Can I release the magic? Is that something that I can do?
don't know.
Oh, so it's okay. So it's to the east of.
Yeah, so Batia and the Empire of Rezo, who have been kind of locked in back and forth combat, which is near where Banner came from. It's on the continent to the far east. I know I'm pointing to your guys' left, but for me it's to the east. Canaith is on the most western part of this continent, which is the Republic of Reese. So,
Okay.
opposite sides of the planet.
But Basia is where they're like
unless we
main.
globe it, but it might be a flat Earth. You never know.
Yeah, but that's their main base of operation to get the Sleeping Beauty poison.
Above the table, and just for my curiosity's sake, can I release the magic?
So, according to your spell, it says
If I
they're
could-
considered the creature remains under your control until the end of your next short or long rest, after which it collapses and dies.
There you go.
Unless it's a PC, in which it gets weird.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
What if he's knocked unconscious?
Well, no, because it's the same thing. It would still be up.
You're taking a rest. Just
No, you're not.
involuntarily.
You're not resting.
Man, like
It's
that's
not
like going to
classa-
prison as
Yeah.
a mandatory vacation. You know what I'm saying?
It rule wise.
I mean, it's all expense paid.
rule wise. It is not.
Get out of here, William Action.
Jeez.
Room and board, like all food, like
Shh, honey.
yeah.
When I
They
worked
even
at a
got, like,
prison,
an
I found
exercise room.
plastic in my chicken. You know it's not room and board for fun.
I'm gonna look at the Praetor. Is there anything else that you want to know?
Oh yeah, because I'll say Praetor can have a shot.
You're answering many of my questions.
We are pretty thorough.
We try to be.
I will say that I don't know how long this will last.
Yeah, so this might be.
I'm content for now. I feel like there's nothing more to be gained that is nothing but personal, and I don't need to dive into that.
Has he heard of 7-7?
7-7.
Is the marketing working?
Yeah.
We need business analytics.
We need business analytics. We need an online presence.
Did you have anything on you that could lead us, that could give us any more information?
legitimately just I don't know
just
shrugs.
Yeah.
And then Tim Allen just
Draw on the paper your social
I mean,
security
it's worth a
number.
shot, right?
8675309.
Oh no.
That's the one.
Do you have any piece of the property that?
Doesn't respond to you whatsoever.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, you don't have control of it.
ask him if he has a piece of the property, and then if so, tell him to give it to us.
You can't.
You think
can.
You
He's stuck here.
You think the faith leader of the god of chaos is organized enough to have a mortgage or something?
Whoa.
No.
That's chaotic enough that it might work.
He might have,
Yeah.
he might have 12.
And he's about to be in deferment. The bank's gonna take it.
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. Would you suspect the god or the high ruler of chaos actually be undead? That's truly chaotic.
I view his
I'm
house
getting
as
out of
like
this rabbit hole right now.
you know, like when you go to like those super touristy locations.
We get at Bernie's.
When you go to like those
Oh,
super
Jared,
Then he
touristy
gets when you get to
locations.
Bernie's a whole new.
I don't like that.
Please finish your statement, Will.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
When you go to like the touristy location, they have like the upside down house or whatever. That like you walk like they have like the upside down lighthouse. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like I feel
Wes
like
knows.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's
He
what.
does not.
Darn.
Okay, well, let's get out of here.
He just follows. Rotus tries to follow, but he's kind of like floating, so he's just like walking.
Oh. Hey.
Tell it to die.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Oh.
It's already dead.
Okay.
Yeah. Mission accomplished.
Mission
Look
accomplished.
at it. It's dead.
Okay.
Well, I know people couldn't see that, but I literally threw my hands up like, "Yep, it's already dead."
I don't care. Tell it to
Kill
die.
again.
Just tell it to stop, and
Command
then
it.
we can go.
Command it to kill other eyes of the darkness,
They're not. No, it's staying in the cell. Seven.
but release it.
No, they're not going to release it.
Release the zombie.
So the other eyes of the dark don't necessarily know he's dead.
Let's just go. He's stuck here. Let's just go.
We could just like set him
He
free.
is forever lag walking.
Oh, he's no clipping, or he's clipping.
Does
He's
he have the
rubber
power to
banding. That's
teleport?
what it is. He's rubber banding.
'Cause what?
Ah.
Does he have the power to do that teleport thing? You could ask about that, about the whole teleportation.
Yeah, just got a sling ring or something.
Draw a diagram. Interpretation.
Draw the spell circle.
How specific can we get to get a yes/no answer or a rudimentary action?
Well, realistically, we could set letters up in the room in a circle and just have him point to the letters.
I
You
was
just
gonna
watched
say-
Martian.
I was thinking that actually, I just watched it again like the other
Hey
night.
guys, that's a real thing. That's yeah.
Put the
Have him point. We could really do this if we want to. Thank God we
You
don't.
leaving? You're
Yeah,
leaving?
we're leaving.
Oh,
Yeah.
Moon airwalks in place.
He rubber bands in
Moonwalks.
place.
In my head, I'll just say, just stop.
You're big.
And he just
Oh.
goes kind of limp, just floating there because they can't do
But
that.
that gives me some more information because I'll see him do that and I'll be like, oh, well, I guess I didn't need to say anything.
When you start walking around, he starts rotisserie chicking. You said just stop. So he stopped everything he was doing.
Yeah.
Trying to remain upright, anything. So, but he starts rotisserie chickening again. And now that he's like limp, he looks more like a rotisserie chicken because he's more like clumped up than he was before. We were
Tell him to spin really fast.
able to also retrieve what we could off of them. I don't know if any of these may be of use to you. We have my brother's axe. We have what looks like an amulet of, and we have this pouch of cards.
Pouch of cards.
Okay.
We
You should-
opened it, and some of us have the knowledge to close it back up.
Oh my God.
Oh, I
No,
gonna take
no,
the
no,
cards.
no,
I kind of give it to me. Give it to me.
No, you're not
I'm gonna
getting
take
the,
the
no,
cards.
no, you're not getting the card.
I'll take the cards.
I'm
I
not.
will take
Stop.
the cards.
Everybody needs to stop. We need to identify it properly unless it's already been
They have
identified.
been identified.
Then no.
I will.
No.
No, I will.
They are
hold
not
it.
the cards of which you speak, but they are
Swear.
more wild in nature.
More?
More.
Then no.
Ooh, I want it.
Everything from, well, Well, we're not quite sure everything from or to.
It's always good to have a couple cards up our sleeve.
Not.
I hate you and I love you at the same time, Will.
Did you identify the amulet?
It is an amulet of wild magic. It was on Emerald Tusk.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you guys see it. It's like a twisted gold wire that forms like the pattern kind of like flames, but it's almost like if you heat up a metal so hot, when it cools, it turns like dark. So this gold actually looks like it's almost been burnt to look black.
Oh, cool.
In the middle of the amulet, there's like the stone which shimmers with colors. Honestly, if Seven puts his flower on strobe and it just cycles through the colors, that's kind of slowly what's going on within that.
RGB.
Like a pearlescent kind of thing.
Yeah, it's pearlescent, but there's like a kind of chaotic colors going in on it inside of it. I mean, if somebody wants to take it, I'll tell you everything about it because it's got like charges and everything. But
Once I get the glasses, I can identify.
Yeah,
it. I really
well,
wanna do it that way.
it has 1d4 charges, regains all expended charges daily at dawn. As an action, you can expend 1 charge from the amulet and roll on the Wild Magic Surge table.
Wait. Is this old Wild Magic Surge table or 2024 Wild Magic Surge table?
I'll check into
Because
that.
I'm going to let you know
I'm gonna
there's a
check
big
into that.
difference,
Yeah,
my
I'm
guy.
gonna check into that.
The
There's a big
2024 is a
difference,
lot
yes.
less total team wipes.
But
Yeah,
if you roll 100, if it requires a saving throw, a DC equals 8 plus your proficiency modifier plus charisma modifier. If the effect lasts for a duration, it lasts for 1 minute.
Ooh.
So kind of regardless of its duration, it will be 1 minute if it has one.
Well, that's not bad.
Additionally, when attuned to attuned to the amulet, whenever you cast a spell of first level or higher, you can roll a d20. If you roll a 1 on the Wild Magic Surge table, if you do roll a 1, roll on the Wild Magic Surge table to determine the random effect. This effect does not expend a charge from the amulet. What is the amulet?
So it turns whoever's wearing it into a Wild Magic sorcerer.
Yes.
Why don't we just take all the items? They could be useful later.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no the amulet does require attunement. The axe is the battle axe of Dark Terror.
Ooh.
Wasn't
Wasn't that the one that
attuned by a barbarian or a fighter?
I was say, didn't that shock Ren?
Yep. But you gain it's a +1 to attack. Magical battle axe has 3 charges. I will send this to you.
Okay.
But it can do a couple different things, which are nice.
Stuff.
And then
Do I still have my coat?
no, you're down to your base stuff.
Yeah, I know your magic
Just
pocket.
checking.
I know your magic pocket.
And then the cards are cards of wild magic.
Oh.
Whenever a card is pulled, you roll a die on the table that I have. Pulling a card takes a free action, but can only be done once. The card can be thrown up to 60 feet in any direction. There are 20 cards in a deck, so you don't even know what you do. You just pull the card and throw it, or you can keep it. If the deck is flipped upside down and all the cards are looked at, a giant explosion is created. I'm not going to tell you the damage that would happen. After this, all the cards are destroyed. Unless the special ability destroys all the cards, they reappear after a long rest. I am not telling you what's on the table, but everything
okay.
I will give you a hint that everything spans from, man, this is really fortuitous too. That CR is too high for what we are right now.
Oh.
Sweet.
All right, hey.
Tarask is not limited out.
Sweet.
Oh my god, I want those cards.
No, I will take the cards and hold on
Same.
to them.
So who's
Listen.
taking the amulet?
I'll do the amulet.
Who's taking the axe?
Yeah.
Who's taking the cards?
Me.
I'll
They
take
have
the
been-
cards.
You know what? Dexterity. Who's taking the cards?
Please.
We'll make
Just-
this a reach for it because you both got high decks at this point.
Please.
Just
Please.
a straight dexterity
Yeah,
check.
straight decks. Who's got the higher mod for it? After the roll.
I
Well, I think she's a +4 and he's a +5. Are they +4?
That's
+4.
They're both +4s. Okay, so hold on. All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
18.
15.
Oh, so Eldon's like ooh, and Ren's like no.
16.
Panic.
16.
No, I think Ren immediately had panic once upon hearing that. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, we'll say that. Is there anything else before kind of send you guys on your way? You said that you'll make a list.
Yes. I will make a list.
Okay. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back and we'll continue from there. That'll also give me time to send you guys the items.
Yay.
But we'll see you back in a bit.
Yay.
Yay.
right, welcome back. So we're gonna pick up where we left off. You guys got done interrogating Imrotuska's body. I mean, it's not so much interrogation if he's already
20 questions.
If he's
Yeah.
compliant,
Right. Yeah. I mean,
more or less a case of yes, no.
voluntold.
But
Yeah, voluntold.
so we'll say that you guys were taken up back upstairs, kind of to a different wing of the palace. You are given your gear back finally at this point.
Darren has his books back.
And
in my coat.
you got your coat. So there was things you were going to request, Felix.
Yes. Ren, was there anything you were needing? For this, whatever at our disposal, were you needing anything is what we were asking.
All I needed was information.
Okay.
I mean, I guess since now we apparently know that Red Garden is a hub. In fact, the hub.
Yes.
Are we going to go there? Are you go? What's
That's a good question. Is there something you prefer to explore first? Is there anything that would you prefer, Red Garden? Would you prefer following any other leads? We are fine. We obviously have other teams that would be assisting doing other things.
so? Just
Obviously,
riffing.
ACO would be a big one, but I mean,
Yeah.
too, we need to go.
I mean, just riffing. I think for me, after finding out that the Lord Marshal isn't an Eyes in the Dark member, I care a lot less about going back to Volkstad.
Volkstad. Yeah, for sure.
Like, if we go back there, I feel like I'm just going to be hit in the face by.
Armand.
You just hear in the back of your mind the socio-political structure.
I thought you said
Totally been
Armand.
uprooted.
No,
What
I said
did I tell you?
I
it
said-
was nothing but fact after
I
fact.
said Armand.
I thought you said
Oh,
our
Imagine the
mom.
conspiracy
No.
theory
Just
now.
like, man.
Oh boy.
Didn't know you were
he would be
related.
so vindicated.
He's pacing, just
He
waiting.
would be
for you to come
vindicated.
back.
He probably is like, you know how when somebody's excited, they're just jumping back and forth and like throwing their fists in their hand, like, I knew it, I knew it. That's what he's doing right now.
But I feel I'm more interested in Red Garden at this point.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. What's the point of going back to Volkstad?
No, that's-
when,
that's-
You guys got a couple different things out of that.
because
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
the Bookmeister's okay. He's gonna make a full recovery. He's not
Yeah.
part of the Eyes in the Dark.
Exactly. So we don't need to
We
it
care about
rules
her,
that
okay.
out. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So
And we could follow up with what was his name? Who made his house fold up and disappear? Garrick.
But Garrick would know.
No, I know he wouldn't know, but like he handed it off.
There are some base things that I mean, kind of like, I hate to say it, kind of comparatively to Shadowheart. Like, she remembers some base things. She can't go outside of a certain scope of things. That's kind of what he's at.
I
like,
don't think it would be fruitful enough. That's basically like,
yeah,
okay.
it's
especially to hunt him
cost-benefit.
down.
Most of the, yeah.
Because when all that hit the fan, he dipped, and then
Well, yeah.
we don't even know where he went, and he got out before the bubble went down, probably. So like, he's just in the wind.
I'm not trying to get Garrick. I'm just trying to figure out if we went
Where
to
we have more.
Volkstad, we'd
stronger
find out
leads.
who he handed it off to.
It's
All right.
probably not in Volkstad because when we were figuring
Hopefully, it's not.
when that plot hook was dropped in our laps, we were going. We knew that there was going to be a dead drop outside of the city.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. It was
Yeah.
outside the city. You're right. Okay.
exactly. So
Okay. Yeah. Then no point going back to Volkstad.
at least not yet.
I take a quick look around this room.
Mhm.
Find anything interesting?
What room were we in?
Perception check.
So it's more like what isn't interesting.
Right.
I thought we were back in his room or whatever.
Well, he took you to a different wing, so this is
Oh, okay.
where your guys' stuff was stashed.
Okay.
Oh.
Like an
so
equipment
this is
place.
more or less kind of like that, yeah.
Get to use my new expertise.
The main thing I would say is, especially if are we like official. I'm trying to think of the right word because I don't want to make it sound like stretching. Are we officially under the king's like
You are essentially
agents of the king?
we are trading information or goods for your services. You're more or less contracted.
Okay. The only reason why I was asking,
You're not
was-
bound to any sort of loyalty or anything to the king outside of any other patron would ask.
The only thing I'm meaning is more on the lines of, is there anything we can get that if we need to like show that we are working under the king or directly for the king? You know what I mean?
I can write something up if you wish.
Okay. That's kind of the main thing, because if something happens, and because obviously look at what just happened.
Speaking of which, and like among your things, what you guys are not finding is the badge.
Yeah,
from the hype.
that was what-
Oh, yeah.
We are keeping these.
That's fine.
Understandably so.
Were those magically tapped or something? Like now that I'm like, ooh,
Yes.
Wait, what?
I'm just surprised that nothing.
They were magically. tapped.
Are you telling
were
me from
bugged.
now on you want me to magically scan everything that we come into contact with? Is that what you're implying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that means he's been listening to us.
Felix remembered that.
Well, you see, so I have past trauma, and what I just experienced really cut
Join
those wounds back
the
open.
club.
And so, if I hear one more goddamn thing about a book causing calamity, I'm killing O'Darren.
As you're catching up with all your scribbles of notes that you've heard from the last like 24 hours.
I'm gonna stop something else that distracts before I get fucked again.
Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with
Hey.
you.
Be nice.
No.
Jeez.
Yeah, you need to. He might make you a zombie.
Although I do not agree with the colorful language, she is correct. We were in the ass.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
nothing wrong. Anyway.
So there's
Keep writing
How about
there's
you
a
go back to
book
writing
that
some
causes
notes?
there's a book that causes a calamity,
Supposedly, every book that he finds causes a calamity.
like the ones on his person right now.
Yes.
No.
I'm gonna take out the folklore book from.
He is inside checking. He got a no and a yes at one fell swoop. If you're rolling deception, roll now.
I don't know if he actually has. I do know he
I have a
actually.
natural 19. That's before I'm adding in stuff. So I'll just let you roll your deception.
Oh, you get a 20. You got a snapshot of that 20 somewhere?
I'm not going. I don't want to waste this. No, because we haven't. Well, we haven't rested, right?
Nope.
No.
I'm not going to waste it.
Oh my God! Use it if you can.
No.
Because you're gonna lose it. After a
Actually,
long
Rand, you're
rest.
right. He does. I'm not going to lie. Like I wasn't. In my mind, I wasn't trying to
I
lie.
like how Nathan just looked right at me and I'm just looking right back.
I'm gonna take the folklore book out from Hyrcanus. It's a folklore book. Put it.
I thought we were trying to start things on the right foot, but
It's
I guess
a folklore book.
not.
He just Kadal takes the book, just onces it over. Like,
I mean-
holds it to his side as he watches you, and they just the person next to him, one of the Grimscarves, just looks it over. Nothing, sir.
Did come from
Realistically,
Varden.
realistically,
It's a book, sir.
realistically, while we were all getting interrogated, you guys already went through all of our stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So it's not like
Yeah.
Can I
he
have
popped
that
a book
back?
out of his butt.
What was that?
Can I have that book back?
Yes. He hands it back. No,
Oh.
we know of the book that absorbs ink, but we know nothing. Couldn't get anything out of it. I can only assume it's a journal of some sort. Would you please produce that book? So, what is the method of this book? What
I'm
does
gonna
it
pull the
hold?
book out.
Pulling out that book, correct?
Yes.
The
Okay.
book.
The book. So, what does this book hold? What does it entail?
Good question. I don't know myself.
And you carry it.
He's Pretty
It's
fond of
something
it.
special to me. It came from a special person. So yeah, I carry it.
Is this the book of which you speak? And he looks at you, Ren.
Yeah,
yeah, no, for sure.
pretty accurate.
It's more on the lines of fear the unknown. We don't know what.
It does. Can do. Will do.
He just looks back at you.
You gotta open it.
Needless to say,
So, what happens when you write in it?
I'll take out a pen and ink, and I'll write in common in it.
How do you make the writing appear? Because that ink would disappear.
Yeah.
So how do you make the writing appear?
I don't.
You know you're gonna roll, dude. Just do- Shit. I rolled a natural 16 again, so let me get this.
Oh Jesus, this is not going to go well, and it's all your fault.
Man, learning more than they did during interrogations.
Some truth bombs are getting dropped.
They interrogated the wrong guy.
That was fate that decided that.
15.
Ooh.
With your bonuses,
Yeah.
how do you make the writing appear?
You guys
And
are
wh-
killing me.
And what is in the book?
I didn't do anything. I'm just
I'm
watching.
gonna write in the language, and I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna
ASL.
write hello.
ASL question mark?
It's so
Hello
much the same.
disappears into the page, and writing of the same sort comes back. It looks exactly as you read. The book is saying hello back. What kind of? You just writing that script and it just comes back?
It's an ancient language.
Okay.
Like I said, it's my own personal thing.
It's his
What?
pet project right now.
He takes the book out of your hands and like he turns to show the other person, and before it even passes his purview to face it off, the writing has disappeared by that point, and it's just like it's already gone, sir.
His face melts like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Oh no.
Holy shit! Not a feature. Of
Just hold the book up, be like,
Not saying that it isn't a feature of another book.
just hands the book.
That was a
back.
joke above table.
Oh, it better. But he hands the book back. We really don't have time for these games.
Yeah, no.
So make your ask, and we will see if the High King can fulfill it. And it may take time, but regardless, when you deliver, we deliver.
I
That
rolled
are
a
the terms of our
22 on
contract.
My perception.
For what? Oh, across the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so it's kind of a little bit of a barrack, as in a armament room, I should say, as there is some stuff around. You do see some guards, armor, some base weaponry and whatnot. You do see what looks like kind of mage robes, kind of folded up neatly in some areas. I mean, nothing fantastical about it.
Is that the den of the linen right there?
No.
It was
I don't understand.
with a 22. You misplaced the den of the linen. It's right there.
The linen. I hate you. The linen.
The linen.
It's a den with some linen. It's a den with linen. I hate you and I love it. It took me a moment. I'm like, oh, this guy, linen. It was spot on, perfect. But yeah, what is your asks?
Where? I guess where are we going? Have we decided yet?
Oh, Red Garden. And then
Red
Beisha.
Garden.
Okay, can we
We'll send word ahead to arrange transportation.
get an airship?
It's a good question. I don't know if well, no, we saw dirigibles.
We saw dirigibles.
Yeah, we did.
Or asleep and a teleport.
I don't know if we can get you an airship immediately.
No.
If we were to get, it would take about 2 days from Andorra for it to
Oh.
get here. As we are keeping all of our airships
Yeah.
here.
I mean, if anything, it's really just travel. Like we just need to have some.
Yeah.
Some
Honestly,
straight-
beyond you and the Emerald Blades and the Grim Scarves and the Tracers, really no one is leaving this city. We
Fine.
have provisions enough and everything to hold out until we've gone through literally everyone again.
Yeah.
But no one is leaving. There is no switching of guards. There is nothing until we've gone through. And the guards will be first.
Make sure you give our concierge a good twice over. He was a pretty buddy with
Yeah.
Varden Harkonnen.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
he
no, true story.
specifically, it was a notable difference when he walked in, and he made sure to do everything in his power to assist him in any way. I heard him say that.
Understood?
I pull a little like parchment out and I'm like, here's that list. I just messaged it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, am I able to go get my owlbear cub at any point?
Oh yeah, he's at the room still. Beakley's still at the room.
Yeah, he'd been there for a while. I hope.
I mean, we left a bunch of food for
That
him.
concierge gotta be
I
so
mean, that's up to the
mad.
Hey,
concierge.
Tim Curry he can stuff it.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a problem. We can procure your animal companion.
Cool. Beakley. Beakley.
His name is
Beakley.
Yes, Beakley.
Beakley.
Mhm.
We can have Beakley transported to you, and we can give you a means of teleportation out.
Cool.
But the closest manor or city, town, I should say, that we can get you to is where the guards for the prison they come from, and they take a ferry out. So, and I apologize. Let me get that pulled up. I'm so
Blackwatch.
sorry. Yeah, I believe so. Give me one moment here. Yeah, Blackwatch Haven.
Nice.
Yeah, we
Good
can
job.
get you there, and then
Because I've
Yeah, I mean, he had to map up.
Oh.
I got the first word.
and from there you'd be able to
Period.
ride the
Oh,
ferry
was
out if you wish.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay,
I've always wanted to visit. Anyway,
fair enough. So, anything else?
No, not that I can think of other than
At
that.
least a short.
Well, do we need? Well, I mean, I would.
a nice sleep.
But like I said, what
Something that
I
he's-
do need to know what your ask is of us as a reward in case it does take time. I suspect it will take some time. I'm one that I'd like to be able to pay my debts upon delivery. So,
Are we each asking for something? Is that how this is?
I'm looking for a bandit by the name of Silas Delarin. He, I think at this point, might be involved with the poison aspect.
you see one of the grim scarf just kind of writing things down.
Yeah, and that,
When we were outside of Volkstadt, we had an encounter with wildlife that was envenomated with this poison, and I recognized the bird of the bunch as his private bird. So,
Do you have the name of the bandit?
Silas Delarin.
Oh, Silas. I apologize.
mine kind of ties in with that. We're looking for any leads on that poison, so
Poison.
here for it. Literally anything we can for it.
All right.
I would like any and all information you have as far as my form of creation.
We would have to speak with the Republic of Reese and see what information they have
And
over in Caneth.
that was going to be my secondary ask is possible transport to Caneth.
Easily done.
Cool.
I have everything I need, other than an airship.
So gold.
So you want an airship, is what you're saying?
You want
That-
at
that's
least to
what
an
you want.
airship.
Well,
You know.
Done.
I
I see. There's
My guy.
I
King.
would like a now knowing that anything's on the table.
No.
Wait, what?
If you could arrange for us to have the property and the funds, I am starting up a donut bakery throughout. But honestly, trying to stand in line at all these places to get a building, it's quite a lot.
I think what he's meaning is we want to be able to secure a location here in town and maybe have the backing of the king of his liking of our business.
I am seeking $250,000 for 5%. Shark Tank.
Oh no.
Sharks.
Yeah. Hey, sharks.
We will provide you with a storefront
Mhm.
with the means, with the space, in order for you to hold a bakery. You will be responsible for acquiring your own appliances.
Okay.
Can we be the royal baker for the king?
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Can we get an endorsement?
Yeah. How about
I'm
endorsement?
sure that he could pop by.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Time or two.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
Celebrity drop in.
Yeah.
I'm Roden Gamsey.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
But
Can he be my personal chef on my airship?
Yeah.
but
Wow,
No.
man, you're shooting for the stars, my guy.
Go big or go home.
He has a
think
5 Firestone restaurant. I'm just kidding.
It's like obsidian or something.
It's not Michelin, it's Firestone.
O'Darren is going to remember all the books.
All the books.
All the books.
Every single one.
Knowledge. I want access to magic and history and books and knowledge.
Granted.
The kind of stuff
He gives
that
you a library
no
card.
one else-
Granted.
That's oh my god.
The kind,
It's such a genie's
the
wish.
kind
I
of
love that.
stuff that
Upon your return, you will be an initiate within our Mages' Council, where you will be able to learn and grow, and they will provide you with information as you are deemed worthy. I really wanted to genie that. I really wanted to genie that.
And here's your reward, little man, a library card. Just for you.
Make sure you use that responsibly.
The world is that, and then you see reading rainbow.
Having
LeVar
fun
Burton
isn't
comes in, but
hard.
with
Lord
the
got
majority
a
of the
library
Lord-
card.
Lord Burton.
Lord Burton
Man, that'd be
of
great.
the Forge.
He rides his mighty
Oh, and
butterfly.
as the French would say, La Forge.
The Forge.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
God, Lord. He is the book forge master.
I love it.
He's the page master.
And then I'll get with David to see what he asks. But
Probably just wants another feather on his hat.
No, it's probably related to his paladin that he's searching for.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I can guarantee that's what he's gonna say.
I thought you were just
And a
gonna.
fancy new feather on his hat.
I thought you were just gonna
He'll
be
take
like
both.
like.
He'll take both, a fancy feather and then information.
I thought he just wanted to kick more leaders' asses. Honestly,
He wants another fight. He wants a
Yeah.
rematch.
yeah, he wants
Get his
another
ass kicked some
rematch.
more.
It's
Or
actually
no, he did well last night.
you just hear "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" start to play in the background as like
Yeah.
Banner does a sweaty training montage.
Yeah.
I didn't hear no bell.
Da, 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 da. So he has your list.
Checking it twice.
Will you do things right? You'll be either naughty or nice.
Oh no.
Ho.
Oh my
It's
God.
Sandy Claus.
I don't think I like that. All right, let's go. Let's go.
Let's get some sleep.
So they do give you a moment if you wish. You don't get to at the royal dining table, but there is like a servants kind of dining hall where you do see some servants, some guards kind of taking their Union 20, and they're not unionized. What am I talking about?
Unions.
Not in my world. I'm
Ah,
just kidding.
pieces of shit.
Jack says with a pouty lip. There's probably some gnomish union somewhere.
Gnomes would, so would dwarves.
Yeah.
I feel like
would be
dwarves would
dwarves.
unionize.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'd have such a great union.
Oh yeah. Humans would jump in just to say they were there from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
For sure.
throw off our
Surprise.
elvish overlords.
Surprisingly, orcs have a very good union. They have really good benefits.
They got dental. So which
For the singular
just the
too.
one tooth.
Yeah.
Tusk.
Yeah.
But so they give you an opportunity to eat, and it's decent food. It's well prepared. I mean, you're in the capital.
Shovel.
And they do give you more or less like the equivalent to like hostel like beds. Like it's just a room where people are passing in and out.
Barracks.
So I'm gonna say that you guys are able to get a short rest out of it. It's not gonna be a long just because again there's people moving in and out.
I got hurt.
I got a little hurt.
But allows you to get. Man, I love that button so I can just give heroic inspiration.
Yeah, man.
That's nice.
Short rest.
So
There's the rest button. There it is.
new
Short rest.
feature
Okay.
for wizards.
Okay.
I'm going to replace one of my current spells with the sending spell.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right.
So
All right.
see how that goes.
You feel some magic cease, and down in the room, they just see Imrotes go and just fall limp again.
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I forgot about
He
him.
doesn't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Oh,
Feels so good, Mr.
no.
Stark. Man, he got cocoa powdered. Um, so you guys have your little short rest. When you guys have collected yourself, you are taken to kind of this room where it turns into it's a round room. No windows, no other doors out, just kind of the one way in. But you do see there are 6 mages around the room, and where are you? Where do you wish to go again? Where are we teleporting to? Understand? And the mages hear that. Each one starts chanting something different as like glyphs appear underneath them, and they all kind of go from like the glyphs are underneath them, and then they kind of converge in the middle, and they swirl until like this vortex of light happens. Kudal's like, proceed. We appreciate any assistance. If you have anything noteworthy, please inform me or.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Do we have any means of communicating to you directly, or
Do you already possess the magical means to do so?
no?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Do we have a way of teleporting back?
No.
I was
Okay.
gonna say something, then everyone said no.
Yeah.
The Haven.
Well, we don't know that. Yeah.
Self-advocated,
They
baby.
do have a means
Speak
of
up.
teleporting back this way, but I can't guarantee you that they would be able to do so. As right now, it is more or less a one-way
That's
currently
fair.
from here.
That's fair.
So,
Who do we contact to be able to?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we have means to contact them again,
Oh, that's
then
true.
we can be like, hey, yo, hey, mom, the party's over with. We want to pick up. That kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, mom, come and pick me up. Bye.
Hey, mom, pick me up, please.
so he reaches over and one of the Grimscarves hands him a stone, which he hands to you. This one's a little bit different than a typical sending stone, as I hate to kind of describe it like this, but you remember the old Pensland day where you push down different side and it was a different color?
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
They still
I'm
have
not saying it's a mechanism like that, but there are different
Frequencies.
more or less. Instead of just like walkie-talking it and cycling
Yeah.
through, like he almost speaks to the stone itself, and it kind of changes into this.
Cool.
You are able to either contact myself, my Grimscarf here. His name is. Sorry. We have Herrick Ventoris here. He will be your Grimscarf confidant. There is another
Herrick what?
Herrick, so it's Hayryk Ventoris. Ventoris.
Dang it. I get so close each time.
I missed the first name completely. Got the
Yeah,
last name.
Yeah.
man.
And then there is the tracer. Tracers are more or less our information gatherers.
Cool.
They in turn will be able to speak with you at all as well. Her name is Yardara Drakefinger. So Yardrada. Yardrada. Yeah, Yardrada. No, it's Yardarda.
Yardara. Isn't that what you said first?
Yardarda.
Yeah, Darda.
Yeah. Yardarda. I typed it wrong. Yardarda. Drakefinger.
Drake finger.
That's a wonderful first name. Yeah, Darda.
Uh-oh. What'd you
Your name
roll a
is
dexterity
literally
check
a
for?
number.
I don't know. I just was messing around. All of a sudden, it happened.
I was like, uh-oh, what are you rolling for? What are you doing? What are you doing? What's going on?
Sorry.
No, you're cool.
But yes, just with the intention, you push down one of them, and they'll be able to. And it's kind of color coded. So like the brown for the tracer, green for the Grimscarf, and kind of a reddish brown for him, kind of matching his natural kind of color scheme.
Question, real quick. I have this stone, and I pull out the one that contacts the Bookmeister. This contacts the Bookmeister in Volkstad, but only within Volkstad. Is there a way to like add this, combine them, or at least enhance the range of this stone?
possibly you'd need go to an enchanter. They might be able to amplify the signal.
I thought that you would be able to. That's
I am able to do some things. I can't do. I do quite a few things. Don't get me wrong, but I can't do everything.
Okay.
Cool.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
Understood.
Don't say that.
Well, I'm just trying to be humble, but no.
Gotta give yourself some credit.
But yeah, I wanted to mark that grim scarf in that tracer contact. Otherwise, I'll forget.
No, you're good. I got it marked.
Marked.
I didn't mark down the.
So, do you guys go through?
Well, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, cool. Ren stays
I'm
behind.
gonna walk.
Hangs out. There's an intimate
So
moment.
like, can
shared.
I get that cool chain tattoo, or is that like an exclusive?
That is an exclusive. Unfortunately, you'd have to become one of us in order to get it.
Would that be one of your requests, Ren?
No.
Fair enough. Anything else?
I already went through the portal.
Yeah.
Good hunting.
Myself and Beakley.
And he'll turn it and start walking away.
Beakley's probably flipping his shit.
A little waddle like.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Now he's a plane walker.
Yeah.
Lane Walker
Beakley.
Beakley.
Love it.
Planesmith Beakley.
So you guys, it does kind of feel like the Star Wars like light speed thing going on. Going from a I would say a fair weathered city. Now I don't know if magic is you don't know if magic is helping with that, but then instantly getting hit with chilly air. You smell the rain.
Nice.
In the Midwest, you smell the rain.
It smells good.
It's delicious. You coasters need to come to the Midwest and smell it.
Paracord.
Yeah,
It's wonderful.
Petrichor.
Yep.
It's delicious.
Paracord.
Smell it.
Petrichor.
But you just smell that wet rain on a stone, and it is a bit darker out because as opposed to Ilhasera here, there are kind of slitted windows in, and as you kind of peek out, you do see the bay out one side where there is strong winds, large waves, not like massive or anything, just coming, out from the ocean to the bay and coming inward. You do see like a sort of page like, welcome. We were anticipating your arrival. Well, we have been told that you are being ferried out to Red Garden. We are completely able to do so. We just have to wait for the weather to die down a little bit. As you may or may not be aware, Red Garden is housed within an anti-magic field, and so we must use conventional means of transportation. So, by using the ferry, we must wait until it dies down a bit. But in the meantime, you are free. We do have some quarters set up at one of the local inns for you. Set up, we were told there would be 7 of you. That's counting. Oh, do you only need 6 then?
Well, it's
You can bunk with us. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Wonderful.
This is fine.
Wonderful. So, and it is a kind of more squat, gnomish or halfling character. He's like, yes. So, if you would please follow me, I do, and like walking through, and this is more like typical of like a standard castle that you know of. It's kind of dark, chilly, like there's banners, sconces, and everything, but it's kind of a stereotypical castle. I've been having trouble with my words today. As you're kind of traveling through, we look forward to assisting the throne with whatever they so choose. Is there anything that you require? Look a little bit bags under some eyes. Do you require a rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
sure.
Yes, if not, we do have plenty of activities as we are a outpost for gods coming in and out. We do try and keep many amenities that way to keep them from going off the deep end, so to speak, because then they drown. So it is literally a deep end of the pool.
Is Red Garden that rough?
It is surrounded by some of the most jagged and pointed obsidian stones that can be found in Asera. Unfortunately, it has claimed its own casualties as an unwarranted step or unsure footing has unfortunately caused a death or two. Again, no magical safeguards. So yes.
But like the place itself, like rough.
I mean, I would never go there. But as you can
Like, as
see,
far as
like,
prisons
and you
go.
see, like, his kind of older frame, like, I'm just a bag of bones. I would be slapped silly, if I were to attempt to go there. But, I think someone's of your statures would be able to, do fine there. There are guards. There are guards there that do ensure some sort of civility, but kind of think of it like above game Arkham Asylum. Where there are guards, but it is Arkham Asylum. But they're more or less like, as long as no one attempts to escape, the guards are there mainly just to prevent that.
So these are like pretty good guards then?
These are so a lot of times, many of these guards will have been trained by the Church of Rexana or Rayterin. Some of them who were able to serve the king in his guard, yet were unable to maybe physically maintain their standards. Some of them do continue this that way. They feel like they are able to maintain significance or some sort of purpose, but other nations do also contribute their own people, as this is a global penitentiary of sorts.
So Beisha would have the guards here as well.
Yes, Beisha does, yes. As well as the Empire of Rezo, which some people believe is kind of a taboo thing, but they are able to
I don't
work.
have context for that. What does that mean?
They and he's like walking through, and like he isn't kind of enjoying this. You could tell he doesn't get many new visitors. Like so the Empire, the Kingdom of Beisha and the Empire of Rezo, they have a bitter feud, some believe stemming back to the Ash Wars, but they fight over a mountain range separating the two, which houses many springs, many fonts of which they have healing properties in the water, and they can't seem to come to an understanding of how to properly share it, in addition to the minerals and the resources within the mountains themselves. There is believed to be some indigenous peoples that live within the range itself that may or may not particularly align themselves with one side or another, depending on what benefits them. But typically, those in the Duchy of Wethill act as intermediaries. And Banner speaks of like, yes, I can attest for that. For that is where I'm from.
Bannerlord?
Yes.
Oh.
Bannerlord!
A rare kernel of Bannerlore?
Of course,
He's more than just a plume, good sir.
He's not even here, and Lore's just dropping for him.
You're welcome. So yeah, so that is the reasoning for the bad blood, so to speak. But yeah, everyone sends persons here to kind of share communally in the charge that has been placed upon us.
Makes sense. Cool.
We're in for a doozy.
Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, I guess
Do
I'd
you have
say
a bar?
what?
We have many local taverns with many local and imported brews, which I think that you might not enjoy, will enjoy. Do you drink?
I can.
Do you guys have a bakery?
Bakery.
Yes, we do.
There you go, Seven.
Yes, we do. They are very fine people that own
I
that
do
place.
want to drink too.
I'm gonna take the
It won't do
donuts out
anything.
of my coat,
Will?
hand them to Seven.
How old are
Say,
those donuts?
These need to be replaced.
Oh, there's mold.
Yeah.
There's mold.
Gross.
But it's not for like lack of like not being eaten. It's like, oh, I'm gonna take a bite. Crap, shit's happening. Put it back in the box, and now it's just
Yeah.
kind of sitting. Well, all right. If you follow me, I will take you to the inn. Fantastic.
Perfect.
And it's kind of the way that it's set up is very much they've built into the cliffside down. So like there are different levels, not necessarily broken up by status or anything, but you are kind of having to traverse some switchbacks going up and down, especially down to the wharf where the ferry is at. But yeah, he takes you over to this quaint little place just called the Brewing Potion. And the reason for that is that you get this waft when the door is opened of smoked meats and other fine food delicacies. There's a good amount of chatter and everything going around. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna head straight up to the room.
Okay. You do see a dwarf man. He looks at the gnomes. Like, yes, this is the rooms 6 instead of 7.
Right, you're gonna go right up there and take a hard right, take a left. If you found a T in a section, you've gone too far. You are 4D.
Gotcha.
Not 40, 4D.
Anyone else going up?
I think I'm gonna eat first, and then I'm gonna go up.
Oh yeah.
I'm chilling down.
I gotta work.
Stairs.
I want.
So for those of you there getting up, you guys got essentially from block C to like G, 5C to G, and there are multiple as these are built into the cliff. It almost seems like there is different levels of the tavern or of the inn as you go in. It's just
Nice.
different floors.
Yeah.
Some of them do have bay view. Some of them have no view. Yours all have views, but
Good.
So who's staying down?
I guess for the meal. First.
For a meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
meal.
And then
Okay.
upstairs.
Okay. We'll say the banner's with you guys too. Is there anything specific you're doing up there, O'Darren? Okay, we're gonna wait on you then. There's always
yeah.
something,
He
but
did.
in a good way. In a good way, there's always something. So the dwarven man comes by. He's like,
So, you guys want something to eat? We got pork. We got venison. We got some. I don't know if you've ever had like a crocodile or alligator. We got some of that.
Yeah, I'll
That
take
sounds
that.
lovely.
That sounds good.
It comes. You can have it with plain with a rub on it, or I have a sauce that I make myself.
Hook me up with
What do you
that.
prefer?
I'll do the rub.
I eat
I'll do the
either way.
rub.
You want the rub?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll
We
do
got one
sauce.
rub, sauce,
One of each.
one of each. Okay, ma'am.
Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm not too hungry. I'll just, I don't know. I'll have a flagon of ale.
Done. Drinks wise, ale. I have elven, dwarven, got some gnomish stuff.
Dwarven.
What is
Dwarven.
the strongest?
Well, it depends on the coin. I mean, I got piss water from every race,
Hmm.
species, whatever you want to call it nowadays.
I
Nice. Topical.
Topical.
yeah.
that's pointed at D&D. So
What would you recommend?
How much you got?
Yeah. How much do you have?
That's a good question. I don't think any.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Why don't you just go with standard there, bud?
Yeah, well, rooms are covered, so yeah.
your rooms have been covered the last 3 places you've gone. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Hey, when you know
Just-
people.
Hey,
you-
we need to
Can
know.
you just add whatever it is to the room tab?
I think. Yeah, I don't see why there'd be a problem. Okay, so I'll bring you something.
Okay.
What about you gentlemen?
Oh, I already said dwarven.
Yeah,
but
dwarven.
Dwarven.
Dwarven ale. Do you want dwarven ale? Elven ale? human ale.
Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna hook you up, honey. And
he goes back, and the drinks come first, and you get your drinks. Typical dwarven, very more stout than ale itself directly. For you, Seven, this is a bit more of a like an oaky port. Yeah. So it was bottled in Basia. But yeah, it's quite nice. A little bit like a lead, like a lead taste, but it might just be from the tap.
Yeah.
And then for you, Ren, he brings over this ale, and like as opposed, he tries to fit the theme. So the dwarven ales have more of like a dwarven architectural handle. Like yours is a little bit more sleek in nature. I was like,
Oh, this is a nice little dwarven ale here, or not dwarven, elven ale. Sorry, I've got a lot of drinks tonight. I gotta get out. Thinking by nice, it's not too heavy, but it does the job.
Well, thank you. I guess my only question right now, until I ask for another one, is where do all the guards like to frequent? You know, as they're coming in between Red Garden and.
Sure. So we do have there's plenty of taverns here. There's inns who also have some food and drink. There's places to gamble if you wish. If you go top over the ledge of the cliffside, they got some like activity kind of things. You know, they got training stuff. They got sometimes when various entertainments come through, you can go up there. And of course, there's your evening entertainment here in town, if you catch my drift.
What's the most popular for, the guards trying to ease their minds from, the.
Number one hotspot.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of those night activity places. That's called Eve's Leaf.
That's a good one.
jeez. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. That sounds like it'd be a place.
It does.
But yeah, they have a bar inside. They cater to everything. Cater for guys, girls, whatever you're into. Not that I know.
Hey,
I'm married. I'm happily married.
She's standing back behind the counter.
Just glaring.
Glaring, yeah.
Because everybody comes in asking, and so of course he has to know
yeah.
just for that reason,
Yeah.
not any other reason.
Just a redheaded, almost like Pippi Longstocking braided, like dwarven woman with like patchy beard on her face, just glaring at him.
But yeah, that's honestly, if I were, but I don't. If I were to go somewhere,
Saying
that's
it
where
more
I'd go.
over his shoulder than to us.
Yeah. Oh, it is. He's definitely more turned sideways talking.
the angry dwarven Rosie O'Donnell.
I did not name a name.
Oh no.
Okay.
half of the viewers would even be like, "No, that's a name."
That's yeah. But
Bert from Tarzan.
Yeah.
okay. There we go.
So,
The voice. That's the voice.
anything else? Yeah. Anything else I could get you for until next round? The food's coming in a minute.
No, we're good.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So there's plenty of other. I say plenty of other. There's about 6-7 other people in there. Some people to a table themselves. Some sitting at the bar and everything. Kind of keeping themselves like looking every now and again, like kind of that wonder, like, are you guys going to be guards or not, or just passing through, but not really caring to ask. After about 10 more minutes, comes out with, in professional waiter fashion, just like plates on the arms and like
Nice.
shouldering these massive slabs, almost comedically like Flintstones-ish,
Like Toronto burgers.
yeah,
Yeah.
of alligator and crocodile. Gives you the rub,
Yeah.
sauce, one of each. And yeah, I'm gonna say nothing really exciting happens beyond all that. But you did get a name, place, and everything. Oh, Darren, what you got? How are you getting psychically damaged today?
You are wrong, sir. So Odarin is going to go upstairs and he's going to sit in the middle of the room and he's going to pull out his spell book.
Oh, what a
And he's
shocker.
going to take.
Yeah, shock. Wow.
Hold on.
Is he gonna cut himself?
He's going to take one of his cherry blossoms
Use the blood last time. Whatever.
and
Don't look at me like that. That face.
I'm a mandated reporter.
as
sir.
he starts.
Mandated reporter.
Listen. As he starts twirling this in his hand, the window's going to burst open and a gush of wind is going to rush through. And the cherry blossom will disintegrate. And he's going to cast Sending.
Okay. Who are you sending to?
Varden.
Okay.
He's going to say, I've never actually cast this before. Wait. Focus? Okay. Varden,
Yeah, but say how many words?
are you there? Why did you do all of this? The Grand Rose? Why?
Got 3 left.
Okay.
Love O'Darren.
Yeah.
P.S.
WTF.
Yes. He just didn't realize its word count. Just,
Were you doing the math on that?
Yeah, you're right.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I was like, all right, let's see how that math pans out.
Roll me a percentile.
Okay.
Biscuits.
It's okay.
Like biscuits.
Give it a try.
I don't have my D100 with me.
I guess we're gonna have to start getting that.
1. Literally 1.
Don't look at me like that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's a double zero. and a 1.
No response.
Oh, what?
That's crazy.
I could have got it. Who knows?
So you're saying there's a chance.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Wait, let me think of that.
Okay.
Because divine intervention's like the 1% is the good one.
Yeah. But there's a 5% chance if they're on a different plane that they don't get it.
Yeah.
So you don't get a response. But you don't know if it's because he didn't get it or if he's just not responding.
Okay.
He's just ignoring you. Left you on
But-
red.
Left
That
you on red. Yeah.
could very well be true. And
A few minutes later in your mind, I didn't intend for her. I did what I have to, what I had to. We're correcting that. He's not restating that. I did what I had to. I'm sorry. That's all he says. So you know what? He does correct himself then, because I have plenty of words left. He said it wrong and then corrected himself, and then he's
Shit.
upset.
Scratch that. No, wait. No. Oh,
stop
no.
writing. Stop it.
Stop writing. That would be more if I had sending. That's why I don't have sending. No, stop it, you idiot. I mean, please.
What you need
fix
to know
this.
is it's crucial that you.
You ever seen there the video of like an old lady that's trying to do voice to text, but then she starts reading what she had, like what it was done.
Oh,
and
sure.
so
Yeah.
she gets caught in this infinite loop for a while. She's like, oh wait, no, don't send that. Oh wait, no, don't send. And I just keep going on.
Aw.
It's like it's telling her what to say.
Yeah.
Or
the same thing's going to happen.
Okay.
I cast it again. At least tell me there's a good reason.
Roll me a percentile.
I wasn't done
Oh, okay. Sorry.
yet. At least tell me there's a good reason.
It's 8, 9.
We heard about your past. Are you trying to save someone?
How many words is it?
It's 25 total.
Okay. Oh, you
So he was under, yeah.
Yeah, I'm good by a lot.
I think it was like
I always forget
17.
how many.
That's 17.
27.
I'm trying to save everyone. One day you'll understand. Until then, I don't ask for your trust or your forgiveness. I do what I have. Stops. Hey, I'm going to keep myself to the same constraints, so.
Probably realizing he's like, fuck.
How can I help?
You hear a fuck afterwards. You get a message right after that from him.
A second
too.
sending. Second sending.
It's
Fuck.
like parentheses 2 out of 2.
Sorry, I didn't mean to end it that way. I ran out of available work.
I didn't buy more minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just cuts it mid-word.
My sending.
There's a character limit.
My sending goes by syllables.
I didn't know this was X.
You should just send something that's like,
I don't care about
hi,
pissing off
we've
you
been
on.
trying to reach you regarding your wagon's extended warranty.
Your cart's extended.
Cart.
Because Cartvana.
Yeah,
You signed it. You signed it. You got
Yeah.
to follow the.
We made it into existence. We have to
It's
abide
still,
by
in,
it.
it's still in Volkstad.
I forgot about that.
Imagine those fees you're accruing. I'm just kidding.
So I'm actually gonna cast it one more time.
Okay.
I have one.
Oh my
left,
god.
But this time it's not to Varden. It's to Lendris.
Hey, girl.
You pooping?
Hey girl, hey. You up?
Yeah.
What you doing? What you wearing?
How's the baby?
Yeah. He sleep yet?
You're a licensed counselor, right? Okay.
That is why I just gave him that look. Anyway,
Oh, my gosh.
checking in, making sure you're okay, and letting you know that some crazy things are happening. And just be careful with everything. And baby egg,
You got 3 left.
and all that.
Etc. Etc. Etc.
You hear a bit after.
Who is this?
New phone, who dis?
Well, no offense, but of the people that Lendris have met, very few of them are alive. So,
And I doubt there's very many that sound like I do.
Yeah, and would want to talk to her.
you get a response. We are safe. We are home. Need I be concerned? That's it.
It's not ominous at all. Nope, you ran out of minutes.
Well, you said there's a lot of stuff happening, so
I
need we
did,
be concerned?
I can't send back, so.
Yeah, it's like
Way to leave her on a cliffhanger. Hey, you guys might be in danger.
Right?
What?
You can send a message to Beakley. Spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your meaning of your message.
We may need that in the future.
That's good to know, actually.
Yeah.
Can Beakley reply?
Oh, and they automatically recognize you if they know the sender
Oh, cool. Okay, well then, yeah. So it's
and
not
can answer in like manner immediately. So we'll say she continues like, "Need I be concerned? Is there something that threatens me or my child?"
no response.
And then, pauses, and then she sends her own
Oh, okay.
because you can
I assume
respond.
she could.
Where do you find yourself these days, and why might you feel so concerned to reach out now and not before?
Shit is going down.
For real, do 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 do.
Well,
Turn down for what? DNC.
Jeez.
we're in Blackwatch Haven. Haven't really reached out before now because, well,
Well, just the me and Will's finger up. Boing.
okay. Things didn't really seem like they would have affected you.
Didn't seem
You got
to
3 left again. We're both keeping count.
Didn't seem to really answer a question. Well, no, you did because you said where we were.
She's gonna come visit us.
You get another one. Should there be something I should be concerned about?
She's a dragon.
There's an archpriest who's doing bad things with a vault and some artifacts and saying something about world ending. So yeah.
I love the casual nature. It's okay.
Listen,
Just keep
whimsy
it
for
real
a
with
reason,
everyone.
okay?
Do you have a name for the mage?
Like Martin's name?
This is my last message. Trying to sleep.
Imagine me asleep and all of a sudden this like voice in your head.
Yeah.
The heck?
Jesus.
A voice wakes you up in your head
Right?
that you and your kid are in danger.
Mhm.
Listen,
We call those
it's
intrusive
whimsical for a
thoughts.
reason. Okay,
Yeah,
it's
you're right,
sorry,
right.
responding.
There's a reason why I don't have that kind of psychological torture.
Varden Hyrcanus is the archpriest. He's looking for. I'm not going to be able to say this right. Hold on. The Growolfga and the Den of Lenin.
Over.
He has
Oh man, that's what he should have done all these times.
the he has the Dawn diadem.
That is, too.
She
She
can't.
said she wasn't going to
Yeah,
respond.
she can't respond. Yeah.
Oh, she can. She's just choosing not to. She's sleeping.
She's not gonna waste her minutes.
She's gonna show up.
She has working hours, and it just passed like 5:01, so
Mhm.
she's clocked out. She turned off the work phone.
Listen, we went through a lot for her, so I just want to make sure
Fairness,
she's okay.
she went through a lot in general.
Yeah, she had
Yeah.
kind of a rough time.
Just want to make sure she's but I was just checking to make sure she was okay. That's all.
But there's also the
That was
infinite
the
of
original-
having your child.
She's a dragon in a hidden city.
I feel we were kind of buddy buddy. Like, you know,
Well, yeah, no, for sure.
I feel like we're buddy.
We're all we're all chums with an
Oh,
ancient dragon.
yeah, exactly. Who else can say that?
I mean, all the people that lived in the
The Prima.
the Prima.
Yep.
Everyone in the everyone in the Weeping City. Well, underground, the sad.
Yes.
Well,
They all-
they didn't
just
know.
the Prima.
They didn't know that. Yeah. Just
Oh yeah, they
No one else.
Okay. All right. All right.
I live there.
Kobe.
Fast forward back down to the end. As I was saying, I think something's up with O'Darren.
That's a pretty easy.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but nobody's talked about it.
I mean, I don't know.
Bringing things back to life, like
Kind of tried to talk about it when we were in the presence of
everybody.
Kadal.
You
Everybody.
think that was the best place to do that?
Yeah, at this point, just fuck it all. I mean,
Okay, yeah, no, I do understand that logic. Yeah, I don't know.
That book he has is dangerous
Well, yeah, we knew that.
to himself.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It gives me a headache thinking about it. Hey, at least we're going somewhere where there's a magic field, so that's great.
yeah, I'm just trying to lay the groundwork of like whatever pre-gaming we need to do.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna be going upstairs to work on.
Well, I might actually like before I go to bed, I might go out and see what guards are doing.
Yeah.
Get some word.
Do you? I mean,
I might take 7 with
I
me.
would say 7. Will, what we got going on? What's going on with you?
'Cause I think I need the muscle.
Well, that's what I'm saying right now. It's a matter of if
Sure.
it's muscle or
Or stuff.
no or moral support. Like who we got right now? Who's at the wheel?
Jesus.
Jesus, take the wheel.
You know, when they were interrogating us,
I just needed a one-word answer, bud.
we're kind of both here.
We are in command.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
But like,
Okay,
and I'd say probably while talking, like you sort of like can hear like the tone switch a little bit of like
Oh, that's
we're
slightly unsettling.
we're kind of both here, but also like it's still mostly me.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, you can take him for the night. That's cool. You good? It's good. You good for that, bud?
Yeah, Will, do you want to go see something at Eve's Leaf?
It sounds interesting.
7. Now, we have not talked about this.
No, we have
So Ren's gonna explain it all.
No, Will can explain it all to 7.
Well, yeah. Ugh, that could be a side thing. All right. I'm gonna leave you guys to it. Hey, I finish my stuff and like I just go to pack up and head up to my room.
Anything else, Eldon 7 run?
Like I said, Ren wants to start immediately working, like figuring out what the guards know about Red Garden that we need to know. Also, if people have been coming back, and it's a hub, picking up any strays we can possibly hear about Eyes in the Dark in their activity at Red Garden.
So I'll say that they're like the patrons at the bar are like they're off duty. They've come in. It's typically a lot like a firefighter's shift. They're on for 24, off for 48 kind of situation. So there's a pretty healthy influx of guys going out. The only thing that like inhibits that is stuff like inclement weather, which they adjust accordingly. But 2 guys at the bar, you just hear kind of chat and be like, "Yeah, I got off my shift. I'm really happy I did that. I tell you what, sometimes I just get there and I want to find that they have all killed each other. That'd be great because I'm tired of dealing with them. Definitely Saren. I'm tired of his complaints. And I swear, if he asks me to bring something back from Eve's Leaf one more time, I'll throw myself off the edge. I'll do it. Stop. You won't do it, Lenny. You really won't. Carl, stop.
Whisk me away. Take me away in this fantasy world. I love it.
It's Lenny and
I love these one-sided conversations. They're my
the
favorite.
bartender steps up. You want another drink? Homa? No,
Oh my god.
we got Lenny and Carl and just, hey guys! Just Barney at the other end.
Red will mosey
Love
out.
it.
Delightful.
Hey, how you doing? You rotating in?
I wave at the barkeep to get me another whatever I just had.
And it's at this point the woman is out, be like, okay. She like pours another one of your fancy elfin ales, but yeah, you rotating in.
Yeah, I just, came in and it's really sucks that it's just pouring like nothing else because
Yeah, I hear that.
I was really keen on just going up tomorrow, but it seems like we might have to wait a day or two.
Tell you what, you're not missing out. The longer that I'm here on shore, it reminds me that I only did this because the pay is good. But I'm getting older. Yeah, you really are, Lenny. You're getting older. Shut up, Carl. Shut up, Carl. He just takes a big swig, but like, so I'm technically jumping in tomorrow too as my day on. So I mean, if it doesn't die down, we gotta wait. But I saw you were sitting with them over there. They coming in too.
Some of them are, they came in with me, but I'm not sure how some of them might fare with everything that I've heard about the place.
Were you with the one with the twig sticking out the head?
Yeah,
That's weird.
I've heard that
It's weird.
non-magical field, so
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure how his type might survive.
Yeah, I can tell. You look like you can hold yourself in a fight. I respect that. I respect that a lot.
Just talking with some other newer people, and also just talking with some of the veterans of the place, and a lot of them talk.
Hold on. I'm only 35. I'm not a veteran. I'm not a veteran. I'm 35. Anyway, yeah. Continue. But thank you.
One of the
though,
best
for-
Building
places.
his lore out. I'm loving
One of the
it.
best places to blow steam is the Eve's Leaf, and
They both just start giggling at each other.
oh, so like it's that popular? Like,
Oh yeah.
do the guards talk about it in front of the prisoners a lot?
I mean, there's not much to do on the shift except to talk about what's going on back on the land. So yeah, it's kind of natural for them to hear things, places, people. It's kind of natural. It's almost like we give them information, they be good in certain situations.
Oh, I didn't realize that was part of our job.
Well, no, it's not. But if it's like if they're from I don't know, they're from Duke Portia, and something happened over there, it's kind of nice to know, hey, this is what's going on back home,
If you're bringing in information, is there anything else you bring in sometimes to just?
That's totally, you can't do that. That's against the rules. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. I mean, Carl Hill, do you? No, not a day in my life, Lenny. Good job, Carl. Good
Oh,
job.
right. Like I was just wondering because I thought talking about or fraternizing with the individuals in custody was also against the rules.
I mean, you can follow the handbook word for word, page by page, but ultimately, they're not the ones that are on the wall. They're not the ones there. They're sitting in some office all day, not in the rain. Their cushy little butts sitting on cushy little seats. They don't know. So yeah, sometimes you get a guy with you, another guy, and he's just not that chatty. And I tell you what, 24 hours is a long time with somebody not chatty. Yeah, that's really right. Shut up, Carl. For the love of God, shut up, Carl. Thank you. Thank you, Carl. Carl just gets quiet, and he's sauced. Carl is sauced.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a lot of steam that you guys have to blow off before you go back. Are there some problem children?
Wait, were you just coming on to me?
I'm just talking about what our job entails. I'm trying to keep it professional.
Okay. Because I don't do that. I don't fraternize with coworkers.
Right, like we
Well,
don't,
but what about that? Shut up, Carl.
Right.
Shut up.
like we don't fraternize with individuals in custody.
You're not supposed. Again, the spirit of the law, of the rule is there. Yes.
What does that mean?
Honor system.
Are you saying that there are guards who do?
Unfortunately, there's some bad apples. Bad apples.
There's corruption
What?
in the guard system.
What?
It sounds like those bad apples are people I should be watching out for if I
fantasy.
want to keep my nose above board.
You're right. You really should. You should watch out for those specific people. But I don't know who you're gonna have on shift, so there's no point.
But if I do, can I get their names? I don't want to be on my first day and I get that person and all of a sudden I have to do like shit duty. Like little shit.
Oh
duty.
no, you're gonna be doing shit. Shit's on the first thing you do. You gotta deal with the shit. That's you're literally in the shit.
Shit duty
all
for
right,
a
well,
week.
if you want to look out for guys, I guess you're gonna look out for this this nasty blue dragonborn. Her name is Gapek, Gapec, Mibith, Mibith, Gapek, Mibith, and she's not one to mess around with. She does fancy some of the fellas in there. But in trade, they behave. I guess if you need to get what you need, you get what you want. That made no sense. No, it didn't, Lenny. Not what Carl. Carl.
Carl.
Oh no.
I said what I
no,
said.
we're slipping. It evolves. It's changing.
I know what I said. I know what
Coral
it's
one
the
there.
liquor.
Coral.
It's the liquor.
Coral.
And then there's the halfling. Yeah, the halfling. He's the worst. You don't want to mess with him at all. His name's Omer. Omer. I made that name before I said the Homer thing. I'm just saying
I
that.
was gonna say, wait.
Omer Clayhanger. I'm not spelling Clayhanger. Hanger. It's a clay and a hanger. Clayhanger. But yeah. So those are the two that I'd stay away from. Omer, you don't. He's got a bad attitude. He's got a temper. Bless you. He doesn't have manners to bless a random guy across the bar. He doesn't have it.
I
And
can sneeze.
and he smuggles stuff too. Carl, shut up. Sometimes Omer brings things in that he shouldn't. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one pushing people off the edge, if you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised one bit.
Murder.
Sorry, was that? I was letting you
He's
finish
waiting.
talking.
Oh, sorry, I was just getting a drink. I'm parched.
I'm parched.
No, that's the first two that come to my mind. That's what I can think of. Yep, pretty much sums it up, Lenny. Carl, if you weren't my sister's brother, I swear to God.
Wait.
But those are just the guards.
We're gonna need
about
a one shot with these characters. I'm telling you.
What if I don't want to be the one that on my first day I'm immediately the cause of a fight between like the bad person, like the prisoner that is you don't fuck with.
Oh, don't worry. You can't get near him. He can't do nothing. You can't get near him. Yeah. There's only like a handful of guys that handle that guy. You definitely day one. A greenhorn? No, it ain't happening. No. Sorry, honey.
Like I know that Red Garden has a really good track record, but
Eh.
I did look up the place a bit, and I know there was that one guy who relatively like he escaped kind of recently.
Yeah, the top half got away. The bottom half though, it just washed up.
And I'm a pretty like I just don't know if the bottom half match. What if the bottom half doesn't match the top half?
That's terrifying to think about. But that's what the ale is for, and he takes another big swig about it.
I mean, I didn't get your names.
Oh, me, I'm Leonard.
Leonard, not Lenny. Leonard.
Yeah, I'm Lenny, and I'm Carl.
Well,
I tried to burp there and it didn't happen.
Hey, at least you didn't puke.
Lenny and Carl, I'm not sure if you guys have the stamina for it, but I'm going to Eve's Leaf with my friend Seven over there.
Hello.
Holy shit. I just
And-
look at you just
Just because, it's going to be our first day, we just want to get everything out of our systems.
They both freak out thinking he was a coat rack or something.
Oh God,
that's a person.
I take my drink and I do like a little cheers and I just all the way to once and like set it down.
Lenny, that mug just drank another mug. Yeah, I know, Carl.
Yeah,
I
one
know.
shot with these characters. One man show.
And
He can put a lot away, and he has some pretty cool magic tricks. Although he can't do the magic tricks at Red Garden, so now is probably the only time to show it off. I flip you a copper.
Carl just falls.
I take it and everything, and I just do like a little like hand magic or whatever.
Hand magic.
like just like the little like sleight of hand type
Like
of
the
thing.
gold.
Holy shit.
And
That's the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my whole life.
I was just like, oh, and like then I take it, I bite it, turn it to gold, and then hand it to him.
Now you see, Carl, what he did was a simple switch. He saw right through that. The coin thing between the fingers freaks me the fuck out.
Insight check.
But that whole thing.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm insight checking that guy.
I would definitely believe someone would say, "Oh no, the sleight of hand is absolutely stunning." But that shit in the mouth, he's just coining the kappa in his mouth.
Like
Like
D10 to that.
Okay.
15 total.
He fully believes that Seven did a coin swap in the mouth.
Oh yeah, that's some pretty good eyes you have there, Len.
Yeah, if you stick your finger in his mouth, Carl, you'll feel it. Okay. Can
don't bite him. Up to
he
you.
like
Seven.
rubs his fingers like it goes from like one finger doing a cheek swab to all four fingers just going in there. I don't feel it, Lenny. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that.
I don't swap the coin.
That's cool.
Look at that copper. It still has the indentations of a copper,
Mind
not a gold.
Is this your coin?
Now, a
just
magician
looked at the coin,
doesn't
looks
give
like-
away their secrets. Come on, Seven.
They don't know how I did it.
That's true.
They just know the end result.
So I know you couldn't do. Can you do that like all the time?
There's side effects.
Side effects.
Because we can go into business and we could I don't know we could make
We're really trying to start turn over a new leaf
Mm-hmm.
and
Eve's leaf.
make some honest-
a lot of those people too here in the gods. Like me, I used to steal goats.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
which is really why we're trying to get everything out of our system.
You want
So-
lore? I'm giving you
I
lore.
don't want that. Lord. I don't want that.
So, all
See, I
right.
just-
Well, we go into the leaf. You want in? You want in, big man?
Sure.
We
Yes.
going leaf. You come in?
Yes.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry, Renvry.
Renvry. Beautiful name. What's your name?
7. Like the number.
No, not your guard number. Your name.
7.
It's like a who's
He's
on
already
first.
drunk, Carl. I know, Lenny.
I'm not sure if you know, like, Caneth. That's, that's a popular name over there.
Oh. Well, sorry, my bad.
It's okay.
Well, so all right. They go down. They drink their drinks down. They slam it on the table. Be like, all right, we'll see you in a couple days.
Mhm.
And they head out, and you guys in tow. And we're actually gonna stop right there. We're gonna pick up with Eve's leave.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Great way to start
pick
it
up with
off.
a seedy underbelly. So thank you for listening. And again, we are into the new rules.
Yes.
Yes. So if you haven't taken a look yourself, go ahead, take a look, and get ready to have your mind blown in a terrifying way. But yes.
Jeez. That's ominous.
Very ominous.
It is.
Great. I love
It
the
is cool
commentary.
changes.
All right. But again, till we see you next time, 5 to places.
Thank you, Five.
Yet another production of D&D and yet another period of waiting until we continue this story. Thank you for being our audience today, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, it's 5 to places, and thank you for listening to Adventures Till the Curtain Calls.